Hello and welcome everybody back to Super Beer League Week 2 as we continue the rest of the games tonight. Here with me I have Lil 2x4 to help me announce a couple of the games. As we get started here with the Beavers versus the Monsters, a revenge game that happened last night as the first batter is going to go ahead and dribble it back out to the pitcher for the first out. Beavers won in a game-winning fashion with a suicide squeeze in the top of the ninth. Go ahead and look back at the videos, and we'll see what can happen tonight.
Let's see if the Beavers can get something started here at the beginning of the game. It's going to be a strikeout number 2. Cern's straining.
And now at the bat is Madison North. Madison with a Y for those who are still confused. The 1-2 counts fouled off. Madison's batting .250 in the early season. She's going to ground this over to Munoz at third for the third and final out of the Beavers, as the Swamp Monsters will go ahead and start their at-bats.
Pretty good feeling. First match of the night is going to be a good one. Bryson Duran starting the Swamp Monsters off with a pop out to the first baseman.
And next at the bat is going to be the left fielder Reed. Reed had a good game last game, going 2 for 4 against the Beavers. See if he can continue with that. As he gets an 0-2 count, but a base hit up the middle. Oh, it looks like Brooks is going to make a diving play onto first. And indeed he does for the second out. What a great play to start the bottom half of the first.
What a dive there by the shortstop. Bobby Munoz up to bat. Grounder to third. Can he outrun the throw? Whoa, high throw to first base. Runner goes to second, rounded for third, but stays.
I thought we'd see back-to-back diving plays there, but unfortunately, it was an error in throw, and now the runner's at a second. Puts him in the scoring position for Clayton Hornblower, who was Yakin's MVP last time, going, I believe, 3 for 4 with a 3-run home run as he hits this one deep to right center field, but just shy of the warning track for the third out. As that'll do it for the Monsters here in the bottom of the first.
Third baseman come out to bat for the Beavers, Cherry Flores. Low average this season as she grounds the second baseman, and that's out number 1.
Braxton Maloney, the first baseman getting the start today, is looking a little tense up there. But this one is not going to be a little tense as he hits it to right field, but right at Prowse as she just ranges back a couple feet, and she'll go ahead and catch that for the second out.
David Macy, center fielder, up to the bat. 375 average for this season, and it looks like it's a pop out to right field, and that'll bring us into the bottom of the second. The Monsters up to bat.
Leading off the second for the Monsters is going to be Mackenzie Bocce, not related to the inventor of the bocce ball, sorry. As she's going to go ahead and hit a grounder up the middle for a base hit to start the second for the Swamp Monsters.
Dalton Chin up to bat, trying to move the runner around the bases, and she starts to steal, but that's a foul ball. Chin staying alive here. Pop up to center field. Runner has to stay at first. That's out number 1.
Now batting the right fielder Prowse, who's going to go ahead and take a pitch right off the hip, and she takes it with ease as she just easily just walks over to first. Not phased at all.
The Slumpbusters have a chance here. 2 runners, first to second.
That's inside.
George Arman hits it deep left over the left fielder against the wall. 2 runners coming home. And that brings the Slumpbusters 2-0. What a hit.
My oh my, what a hit indeed. Just inches away from a 3-run home run as Top Butterman, again, Top hitting last in the lineup for the 3rd straight game for the Monsters. That could have been dangerous as he's going to hit one to short. Brooks is going to go to third with it as that is a base running mistake there. Should have stayed on second. You have plenty of time to get a run in, but instead makes it a poor decision and gets thrown out at third.
That was not smart base running. A wild pitch behind the catcher. Advance the runner to second base. See if Bryson Duran can do something. Designated hitter. Coming out to a full count. Wild pitch into the dirt, but the batter swings. That is out number 3. Into the top of the 3rd. See if the Beavers can get some scoring back.
Up now, Cade Brooks, the shortstop for the Beavers. And fans, I want you to hear this right now. This cast is sponsored by... Well, actually, I can't say the name because we're not legally sponsored by that. But, cheers.
Cheers indeed. I don't have no Snap Crackle Pop because got a nice drink of liquor here. Beavers unable to produce anything so far. 2 outs.
You know, and what is this Super Beer League without the beer or any kind of alcoholic beverage on this Thursday night? Seems to be a good one here in the swamp, as you got the Sea of Green, or I guess you would say the Swamp of Green out there, as this one's going to be grounded out to Hornblower, their MVP of the season so far. And that'll do nothing here, as it's 2-0 going into the bottom of the 3rd.
Number 48. Ball inside. Strike. That's up.
Reed here trying to make something happen in the bottom of the 3rd. Grounder to shortstop and out at first for out number 1.
Number 13.
Up to bat, Munoz, the 3rd baseman, batting 3rd. Got a pretty good stick here as Welch touches his stick and then throws the pitch. And he gets walked. I wouldn't want to try to hit that ball after he touched his stick either, so good eye by Welch there to get on. Or, apologies, by Munoz.
Looks like that sip is getting it going. Hornblower popping deep right, but it is short. That's out number 2.
By the fan favorite Sloop Whoopity out there in right field. Normally the center fielder, if I'm not mistaken, but it looks like he's playing right today. And with that, it is Bochy, the catcher, going to foul the first pitch off.
That's inside.
And then takes one high. Counts 1-1 with the man on first. And she hits this straight to the ground. And strike 3 for Bochy. And this, unfortunately, is not Bochy ball. It is baseball, where the object is to hit the ball.
It's tough to distinguish those sometimes. Brinley Jarvis off to start the Beavers. Top of the 4th. trying to grind it right up the middle past the pitcher. And that's a runner on first.
Grind it indeed she did up the middle. As is Class Ali, the second baseman, who had a pretty good game last game against the Monsters. And a couple diving plays as well. Count quickly 0-2. Takes ball outside. And then swings at a ball down at his ankles for strike number 3. It's the first out.
Designated hitter, Madison, with a Y, up to bat. Trying to make something happen.
Take your base.
And that's an easy walk.
The third baseman, number 3.
Indeed it is, as Cherry Flores comes up to bat. Batting 111 on the season. She does have a home run, though, with runners on first and second. That's 6 straight pitches from straining. Make that 7 balls in a row. Number 8. 8 balls in a row by the starting pitcher here. And now it's bases loaded.
First baseman up to bat. Looking for a grand slam here. Bases loaded.
That's inside.
Maloney staying alive. Counts 2-2. And now it's a full count. Grounder up the middle. That's going to advance the runner to home. And we still have bases loaded here with David Macy, center fielder, up to bat.
And you know, I was talking about this with Yakin yesterday, is the Beavers were not playing very aggressive earlier in the game, but then at the last inning, they did a suicide squeeze with 2 strikes, which didn't make any sense, but they did get the run. So we'll see if they learn it from anything as we get a ground ball to short. Armhorn's going to go for the second out, but they are not going to get the first one. It will score a second. Run for the game for the Beavers. It's now 2-2.
And we have a game here. Going on. Cade Brooks, shortstop. Looking to continue putting score on the board. Yeah, it's a swing and a miss, breaking the bat and tossing the pieces away. Into the bottom of the 4th. Score is tied up 2-2.
I think we might have to speak to the commissioner about breaking of the bats during these games, as this is just a waste of trees. Dalton Chen up to bat. Second baseman for the Monsters. It's a liner to the left, but foul. Another foul ball, 2 in a row. And then lines to Ali there at second for the first out.
Right fielder just as Prowse going to pop it up to the center fielder. That's out number 2. Shortstop George Armhorn going to try to make something happen here.
Indeed he is, maybe a 2-out rally here in the bottom of the 4th. See what he can get going, as Welch is now a few pitches away from 70 after 3 2/3. And pitch number 69 will get him here looking, as that'll be the 3rd out.
Now batting, the right fielder, Strike! Ball inside. That's inside. Up, plate. Ball 4, take your base.
looks like Sloop Whoopity, Whoop Whoop as they call him. Go ahead and take that walk there, fan favorite. And Hans Owlins is going to go ahead and step in the batter's box. Looks like he might be a little fatigued over the last couple games as the catcher, as he's going to hit this one loftily out to right field. Prowse underneath, ready, and catches it for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 24. Low.
See if Jarvis can do something. Left fielder, 300 average. A runner steals and is safe at second. So much speed in them legs. The runner stays at second. Grounds out. Throw up first. That's out number 2.
I feel like it's going to be a long night for some of us here with the way it's happening going. As Ali is trying to do something here with 2 outs. He's going to hit it deep to left center field again, just shy of the track is Reed, who holds this one in for the final out. And up next will be the top butterman, again batting last for the Swamp Monsters.
The center fielder, number 11.
I tell you, these drinks are strong.
Indeed they are. It's only going to get better with age. And by age, I mean the games.
Absolutely. Butterman, full count, grounds to third, and out number 1.
Bryson Duran up to bat now. Went, I believe, 2 for 4 last game with his in the first game with his new team. He's going to drive this one up the middle. Ali with a great dive gets up and throws him out for the second out. Oh my, what a play by the great Ali.
Ali's showing some great athleticism over there.
Indeed. He was fast as a butterfly.
All four, take your base. Now back, the third baseman. Now pitching, number 6.
This is what
Looking for the pitcher change here. Winkleson coming in, try to end this inning.
That's down.
Man, I don't know if it's me or if it's the swamp here as Munoz hits this to Ali there, but it is hot up in this booth. I think we need some AC. Can we get some excuse me, can we get some AC? Thank you. All right, I just talked to the maintenance man. It looks like we're gonna get some AC in here as Madison North go ahead and hits this to short, arm horn easy out for number 1.
The third baseman, number 3.
I don't know why she couldn't produce anything there, but Cherry Flores coming in to hit now for the Beavers.
I see what you did there.
Flores grounds to second, and that's out number 2.
First baseman, number 25.
Up the bat is Braxton, first baseman. It's going to go ahead and hit this to Munoz, who makes a diving stop towards the line, gets up and throws him out by a step. What a play. These Swamp Monsters have been, I think that's their 4th diving play of the game already.
The first baseman, number
Well, they do like to get dirty. As Clayton Hornblower coming up to make something happen here.
Is that a swamp joke?
Absolutely. As Hornblower grounds it past third baseman, and that's a runner on first.
And you can hear these fans. They are avid fans of Hornblower there. They are chanting MVP, as like I said before, he is the MVP of the Swamp Monsters. They love him down here in the glades. As Bochy hits a fair ball to first, tag first, and then Horn's in a pickle. That's going to be a double play. My oh my, that was a great play by the first baseman. Heads up by stepping on the bag and yelling tag to get him out at second.
some chin. Try to make something happen with no more runners on the bases. Unable to produce, grounded to shortstop, and that's out number 3 into the top of the 7th.
Oh.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Apologies there. Someone let the dogs out. I wonder who. Straighting still pitching here in the top of the 7th. Good stat line, and of course it's the announcer's curse as you talk about it, and it happens. Gives up a hit here to the Beavers.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 21.
Leadoff single.
Pitching,
That was a beautiful hit over the shortstop. Pitching change coming in for the Swamp Monsters. Donovan Hartman. Runner steals and is safe at second.
And it looks like the Beavers are starting to get a little more aggressive like they did last game. In the same situation where it was a tied game late in the innings. Looks like they might get a little more aggressive here as, oh, diving, or excuse me, a jump stopped by the second baseman there. Almost had it, but now it's going to leave runners at first and third. And the pressure is getting on for the newly pitching Hartman. Well, and I got to tell you, Sloop Whoopity is locked in and loaded, ready to go against Hartman. And you can see he's got a 3-1 count. Let's see what he does here. Strike 2. Will he whoop it up?
The pressure's on.
Ooh, foul ball straight back. He is on it. And he hits a little flare to right field. It looks like it might be down. Sliding catch by Prowse. They are going to tag. No! They said they are not going to test Prowse's arm today, so it is still runners on first and third. Great sliding catch, and then to get the ball in quickly to prevent the runner from scoring. And it looks like they're going to do another suicide squeeze, but it's okay. It's the same batters and everything. History is repeating itself here as they do get the run from a wild pitch. But they tried to do another squeeze with one out and a strike on the batter. What is going on with the Beavers? But I guess they say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. As Lion strikes out there.
now batting, the left fielder, number 24.
I tell you, the Beavers are playing very aggressive this game. Jarvis hits it straight down into the dirt and is thrown out at first. We go into the bottom of the 7th. Beavers up 3-2.
The right fielder, number 8.
Down to bats, Prowse, the right fielder who made that great sliding catch to hold the Beavers just to that one run. She hits a foul ball and an 0-2 count. Takes one in the dirt. And fouls one back off. Winkelson's on his 22nd pitch. It's for a ball. Line out to first for the first out of the inning.
Number 24.
Pinch hitter Miguel Durman coming to make something happen.
That's up. That's down. Take your base.
And that's a easy walk to first
The center.
with the runner on the bases. Top Butterman will try to make something happen.
Looks like Yoshida will come in for Winkelson. Yoshida's ERA is 0. Does have a strikeout with a 1.29 whip so far this year. Second appearance.
Yoshida has a crazy curveball. The
Indeed.
Beavers trying to keep that arm fresh.
So
Believe
it's
their third pitcher change?
Yes, it is. Indeed, it is. As that's a fly out to first baseman in foul territory. And up to bat is one half of the Duran brothers. As this one's going to be a hit to the hole just past shortstop for his second hit of the game.
Fielder, number 48.
Number 48, unable to produce anything, pops it up behind the catcher,
The second baseman.
and we're into the top of the 8th.
Ollie up to bat, take the first pitch, straight to Hornblower there at first. Out number 1
Designated hitter.
in the
Number 20.
top of the 8th.
That's down.
See if Madison North can make something happen here. She grounds it past shortstop
Now batting.
and easily makes it to first.
Number 3.
Flores now batting in for the 4th time. 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Or sorry, 0 for 2 with a walk. I think I read that wrong.
Ball low.
She lofts this one up to deep center field. Camped under it now is Butterman, who makes an easy catch. Can of corn out there. Runner still on first.
The first baseman. Number 25.
See if Braxton can make something happen. We have 2 outs here, top of the 8th.
Just a bit outside.
Short grounder right in front of him and thrown out at first. Beavers unable to produce, but still up 3-2 as we go into the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, Monsters need a run here, at least tie the game in the bottom of the 8th, as we have the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, meat of the order. Good chance for them to score a run, as Munoz fouls that off.
That's down.
If there ever is a time to score a run, it definitely is now, as you don't want to go into the bottom of the 9th down the runs, as Munoz goes ahead and strikes out on a Yoshida fastball.
I tell you, Yoshida's got an arm. And it's going to be a grounder to shortstop. Thrown out just in time for out number 2.
Number 10.
And Hornblower just not getting lucky today. It's 2 diving plays against him, as Bochy's up to bat, who hits one back up the middle, but Brooks is there for the easy left-handed pick. Throws it over to Maroney at first for the last out.
The center fielder. Number 22.
Donovan Hartman still pitching for the Swamp Monsters, trying to hold the Beavers at only 3 runs here. The pitches are starting to get wild. It's going to be a fly out to
Now batting.
left field for out number 1. Cade Brooks coming up to bat, shortstop for the Beavers.
Brooks needs to get on base, get something going for the Beavers. They can get an insurance run here. Would be nice, as the manager loves to play aggressive. So expect him to take off to second if he does get on, as he will not with the line drive to shortstop.
And the Monsters are going to make a pitching change here. Alvin Shepard coming in here to try to finish this first half of the 9th out. Going up against Sloop Whoopity, who grounds to second base. Easy throw, and that's out number 3. Swamp Monsters coming into the bottom of the 9th. See if they can make something happen to stay alive here.
Now batting. The second baseman. Number now in the game.
All right, down to the 3 outs as we're going to make a change. A substitution often is going to come in for Loins and catcher, as Chen is facing Yoshida. Yoshida's still in the game instead of bringing in their closer. So it looks like they're going to stick with him to close this game out. And that'll be out number 1. 1/3 of the way there.
The right fielder. Number 8.
Genesis Prowse needs to make something happen here for her team, as she pops up to right field. Whoopity calling everyone off, and that's an easy out number 2.
And down to their final out, it's Miguel Durham, who came in as a pinch hitter in the 7th inning, and 0 for 1 so far. Looks at fouls this ball off. It's 1-2 count down to their final strike. Takes one high. And hits it to second base. Ali grabs it on the dive, throws him out to first, and that'll be it. The Beavers win on a diving play by the great Ali. What a game. The revenge was not there. The Beavers win once again against the Swamp Monsters for the 2nd day in a row. 3-2 is your final score here.
I tell you what, I'd give Ali the MVP. Diving left, diving right, stopping all the balls coming at him.
Well, we shall see who gets MVP here, as we did have quite a few people get hits. But all in all, not a bad game. Very, very fitting for these two teams. Ended up being an aggressive base running decision that won it for the Beavers. And it looks like they're going to give it to Yoshida. Danny Yoshida is going to be your MVP for the Beavers. Pitching 2 2/3 with a hit and 2 strikes and gets the save.
I tell you, that nasty slider and that crazy fastball definitely saved the game for the Beavers.
Indeed it did. So we will wrap this one up here. We're going to go ahead and grab a quick drink, and we will get the second game going here momentarily. Stay tuned. It will be the Owlins versus Divine. So just go ahead and stay seated. Go grab a drink really quick if you'd like. Join us in the festivities, and we will be back momentarily. And we are back, folks. We filled up our drinks. We're ready to go, as we have the Eric's Owlins versus Heaven's Divine, as we now finally get to see Blaze Olympus finally making their season debut, as last game she decided not to show up for whatever reason. Maybe it was a contract holdout. We're not sure. We'll have to go and ask the manager later exactly what there was, but we have a few speculations. Maybe she just didn't want to pitch. It was a contract holdup. Not 100% sure. But we do have Hesto Herschel, the shortstop, batting first for the Owlins as he fouls off a couple pitches. And he's out number 1 with the strikeout. So the first batter for Blaze, the brother of Coil, gets the first out.
Designated hitter Aubrey Salinas up here, batting number 2 for the Owlins, as she hits it deep left off the top of the wall, and she makes it to second. What a hit and what a run.
Man, oh man. This is not looking good for Divine already. It's a double for the second batter, as Brennan Vaughn, who was the hero in the opening game for the league with the walk-off home run against the Samurais, but hasn't done much since, steps up to bat, and instead he will step away from the bat and strike out, swinging for out number 2.
Tippy Jacobs, see if she can get the runner all the way home here. She grounds to third, and that's an easy throw, out number 3. Allen's unable to produce here at the start of the game, as Divine comes up to bat, bottom of the first.
For those of you who like betting, go ahead and predict who is going to win, whether it be the Owlins or Divine. If you win, you get some channel points you can use towards getting money and or skill points for your team. And it's a lot of fun when you comes down to the wire, as that's going to be a ground out for center fielder there.
See if the shortstop Dewey Browning can make something happen here for Divine. Takes a very inside ball, but then smacks it out between left and center field. Unfortunately, only able to get to first base on that one.
Up to bat now is Hemming Fields, the free agent acquisition acquired last game, who's hitting .714 on the year, so great pickup by Divine, as the 25-year-old catcher is proving his worth so far with that meaty contract. And unfortunately here he's going to ground into a 5-4-3 double play to end the inning, as that is unfortunate timing, again, with the announcer's curse.
Now batter, the third baseman, number 9.
Let's see if Austin Greenman can make something happen here for the Owlins at the top of the second. And that's a walk. Runner on first, Jericho coming up to bat.
So here's revenge here. Constance Jericho played for Divine the very first game, and then they cut him immediately after he hit a home run for them. And here he goes. Uh-oh. Look at this, folks. Right on cue. It might be announcer's curse, but it also might be an announcer's blessing, as Jericho gets revenge on his former team with his second home run of the season. 426 blast to center field, as Blaze says, "Here you go, kid, try it." And I mean, I don't know, you can't ask for a better story coming from Constance Jericho. You get cut and you come back and you hit a home run off your former team, especially in the first at bat. I mean, what more can you ask for? This is not scripted, folks, I'm telling you.
I tell you, Blaze had her head down, and here she is giving up a grounder out to center field. Another scoring run, sitting on first base.
And stepped up to bat now is Az Killington, another acquisition pulled up by the Owlins, as he hits this one all the way down the right field line, gets past the right fielder, hits up against the wall for an easy double. They're not going to send the runner there, as it's not going to be great speed, but they do have runners at second and third here for the Owlins with no outs, as Blaze is not doing so hot in her season opener.
I tell you, she's feeling the pressure. Grounder right to her, and she drops it. Runner safe at first, and that is another run scored for the Owlins, 3-0.
Oh my, and I think this is why she did not want to show up to the field yesterday, as she was embarrassed to see her team lose 14-3, as someone let the dogs out again. And this is going to be a grounder to short, and they're only going to play for one, as another run will score. It'll be 4-0 Owlins against Divine.
I tell you, that score just keeps going up, and we're only in the top of the second. This is going to be for a very, very slow game. As we have another grounder right up the middle, and the runner comes in at home. That is 5-0. Owlins are pulling away.
Oh man, I'm not sure what the manager of Divine is thinking, as this Brennan is going to hit this back to pitcher Blaze. She does make the play there, but the manager's got to be hiding in his hole once again, and it's only the second inning. And that's going to be the third ground out.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 21.
Up to bat, Jackson Achilles for Divine, as he's going to hit this one deep left field. This is no doubt about it. That's going to be a solo shot. That's got easily 450 feet. My goodness, 440 to be exact. It's his first home run and first RBI, as Divine answers back, says, "Jericho, you can do it, well, I could do one better," for the franchise player Jackson Achilles. And now it's Tamber, who's also going to follow Jackson Achilles' footsteps. Hits it deep to left field, just doesn't have the power, but does hit it to the wall for a long single. She decided to play it safe there. Which brings up Diana Athena, who went from batting second to batting sixth overnight with the poor performance as she is hitless through 3 games so far. She's struggling out there. She's just trying to make anything happen. She's down 0-2. Does rip this one, but foul down the third base line. Watch out. McLean says don't hit it hard, and so she listens and hits it softly, but this is going to be out of play for the right fielder. And another foul back. It's battle. And yet another one. And it is to no avail, though, as she does strike out, still waiting for her first hit. And up to bat now is King Plunder, who is the DH once again, who's going to flare this one to right field and might have a chance to get down. No, Chung gets it and makes the sliding play. Nice play out there in right for the second out to bring up Valerie Grace. Grace hits this one deep left, but foul. If she can straighten that out, that would be a home run, and would at least get them a little closer. As we get a steal, but it's nothing because the batter walks. So we do have runners on first and second, as the Messiah, they call him, comes up to bat, the right fielder. Ball in the dirt, 2-0. And Messiah lines this one to Herschel, short hops it, but an easy play over there for Killington, as that'll end the threat. It'll be 5-1 Owlins going into the top of the third.
The third baseman, number 9.
Ground ball to third, and he boots it. So that's going to be an error, as the ex-Divine center fielder, Constance Jericho, who homered his last at-bat, steps back in against Blaze, former teammate. He tried to go deep on that swing again for the revenge. Instead, takes ball 2. Oh, he's looking to go deep again. You can see it in his eyes. Instead, he's going to hit a line drive, but Achilles with a nice diving play over there in the hole. It's going to get him, but that's 2 hard hits for Jericho on his return. Now it's the catcher Horn. Looking at a 2-1 count. And it's going to be a pop-up back to that catcher, so one catcher flies out to the other. It's going to be Fields. Easy does it.
Number 67.
First baseman Killington up. Az hits this one deep center field, but Watts is playing deep enough. His range is over. Good range out there with the speedy legs. And she gets it out for the final out. And then she'll step up to bat against the pitcher Cal McLean, who's got a decent line so far. As she hits this one deep to left field. Back at the track is Jericho, but he's going to look up and watch this one go over. So not only does she make the ranging catch, but she comes back and hits it 393 feet for her first home run of the season. And that's going to bring them a little closer to the bring it closer to the deficit that was 5-1. It's now 5-2, as the Owlins are looking a little flat coming out with the big 5 runs, and now they're just chipping away for the Divine. Browning hits this one deep to right field. If it stays fair, it is gone. Oh, it is just foul. My oh my. Can we get a replay on that? Let's go to New York. And New York said no. So Browning goes ahead and strikes out here. But that's all right as it brings up the catcher Fields. 0 for 1 today. As Fields hits this one, towering shot to right field, but that is also foul. If these guys can just straighten their hits, it'd be 3 more home runs already. Said he's going to hit this one deep to right center field. Short hops the wall is going to be an easy 2. Will he push it for 3? Not likely with his speed being very low, as the catchers don't really have great speed.
Big old Jackson Achilles up to bat here. Short grounder to the pitcher, out at first. Out number 2. Left fielder Charlotte Tambor up to bat, trying to make something happen.
She hit it in the gap left center field last at bat. See if she can follow suit. And this time she's going to hit it up the middle for a single, and it looks like they're going to bring him home, and he is safe for another run for Divine as they are chipping away at the lead here, 5-3.
I tell you, Divine smells it. It's a straight to third baseman for out number 3.
Indeed, they do smell it, as that was a liner off the bat, but to no avail. It was right to him. It's a greenhorn there, so that brings up Chung for the Owlins, as Blaze is now at 65 pitches through 3 innings. And it's going to be a can of corn out there in right field for Messiah. 1 out.
I tell you, Blaze is approaching 70 pitches. She's kind of redeeming herself after almost throwing the game away at the start.
Yeah, she did have a rough second inning. The Owlins beat her up for 5 runs in the same inning as she walks this batter now.
Oh, she is looking down in disappointment. Management needs to look at making a change here.
Well, let me take a look in the dugout. And it looks like the manager is back, as he crawled out of the hole that was 5-0 when he went into the showers. So he's going to be rooting his team on, making sure that they are ready to go for the rest of the game.
I tell you, Blaze's pitching is very bipolar here.
Indeed it is. Strikeout, walk, base hit, strikeout. It fluctuates like crazy, as Brendan's going to go ahead and roll over to third base, and that'll be the 3rd out for Owlins, which brings up the Divine, still chipping at this lead.
The designated hitter, number 30.
See if the DH can make something happen here. King Plunder. Batting 200 average with home run, 3 RBIs, and he gets walked.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 21.
Which brings up Grace, second baseman. It cleans 65 pitches through 3 now, as Grace hits this one deep to left field, but it's going to be foul. Brings it to a full count with Plunder at first. See if Grace can do anything. She takes the ball high. It's 2 walks in a row for McLean here.
Right fielder, number 58.
My goodness, McLean is now at 71 pitches. It looks like the Owlins management needs to be looking for a change here as well.
Indeed.
As he strikes out Messiah for out number 1.
And now Stevie wants the leadoff hitter, who does have a home run in this game. Let's see if she can get something here with runners on first and second. Not great speed on the base paths, but she has great speed herself. So let's see what she can do here. She swings and misses that and then takes one high. And McLean there with a dirty pitch right on the outside corner. My oh my, they need to change his last name after that one. 2 outs. And you've got to be kidding me. Divine has clawed their way back with yet another home run to shallow left, as is Browning's first home run and 4th RBI. It's a 377-foot shot to left field, and now Divine is up 6-5. You've got to be kidding me the way this game is being played.
I tell you, Divine is loving the left side of the field. Highest part of the wall, as we have another home run to center field, bringing them to 7 runs to the Owlins 5.
Wow.
They're starting to pull away here.
And that is back-to-back jacks for Fields, and they are finally going to pull McLean, as his stuff was not as dirty as he wanted, and they'll bring in Tupelo Plaintiff. As Achilles steps up, who does have a home run as well in this game. Do you think they can go back to back to back? It's unfortunate, no, but he does get a hit, as it's past the third baseman under his glove. So that's 3 straight hits, along with the 2 walks for Divine, with 2 outs.
Tambor's going to hit it right up the middle, past the pitcher, and advance the runner to second. Divine is not going down without a fight here in the bottom of the 4th.
Indeed, as Athena steps in, still looking for her first hit. Now would be a great time to get it. And unfortunately, it's a line drive to Vaughn. But let's take a moment here and let's talk about our sponsors. So all these home runs, what do you think they do? These balls are flying out of here, so go ahead and check with your local airlines where you can get miles higher, as you can see in the background there.
I tell you, it's a great time to travel right now. Blaze here, still up there pitching for Divine, as she gets a strikeout for out number 1 at the top of the 5th.
You're absolutely correct. Still pitching. And that's going to be pitch number 89. Here's 90 through 4 1/3. Looks like her manager just wants to get 5 innings out of her so she can get the win. If they do get the win. As this one is fouled back. And strike 3 called. Looks like that pitch was right down the middle. I'm not sure what you were looking at. As here comes Constance Jericho, and unfortunately it's not going to be a lefty-on matchup. They're going to bring in Burpee Von Crum, as this is one of Yakin's favorite players.
Seems like management is just as bipolar as Blaze's pitching. She gets 2 strikeouts and then taken out of the game there.
I have to agree.
Burpee's unable to produce and walks Jericho. And the Owlins has a tying... Oh, I'm sorry, not the tying. Well, they do have a run on first.
Time runs up to bat, as this one's just a soft flare to first. Athena's going to grab it and run over to first base for the out. Just beating Horn there. And that'll do it for the Owlins, who did have a chance but squandered it.
Gene Plutter, 200 batting average. Home run here. Looking to make something happen. Plaintiff with a strikeout for out number 1.
Now pitching, number 48.
It looks like they're gonna, they're gonna make another move as Plaintiff is out and McFreddy is in. McFreddy had a great first outing against the Samurais in the opener, as he's gonna go ahead and get this one flat out to Jericho and left for the first batter that he faces.
Number 58.
Messiah here, still looking for a hit. He fouls it back once and twice. And a full count. And pitch is low. Messiah is now walked to first. Stevie Watts up to bat here from center fielder.
Takes the ball on a strike. And hits this one into the dugout of the Owlins. Watch out.
She's just keeping them on their toes.
Edge hits this one. Line drive up the middle. Heads up. McFreddy almost got his own head taken off. Instead, he would be McNo-heady off if he did get hit.
Number 27.
Shortstop for Divine up here to bat, Dewey Browning.
Last at bat did hit the 3-run home run.
Absolutely. With 2 runners on, I would surely pull Divine away, as it's a double steal, but it's a strikeout, and we're into the top of the 6th.
That's unfortunate there. He was looking to get something happening for his team with the 2 outs, but unfortunately strikes out and breaks his bat. Again, I'm going to have to speak to the commissioner about all these bat breakings, as that is just poor sportsmanship, as Killington goes ahead and lines to Grace there for the first out of the inning.
Number 25.
Game's starting to slow down here. Madden Chung up to bat. And Chung gets walked.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 23.
Now, I'm not sure if it's me or if I'm not seeing this correctly. My binoculars are not looking so hot, but it looks like Burpee Von Crum is wearing sandals? Or some kind of sandal cleat? I'm not sure, but if this is some kind of fashion statement, he's doing a good job, but unfortunately not pitching-wise, as he's given up a walk and a hit consecutive here.
Now batting, the
I tell you, they do look pretty trendy.
I wonder how you can pitch in sandal cleats, and what would you call them? Sleets? Clandles? Cleatles?
I wouldn't have a clue. We'd have to ask Burpee after the game.
We'll figure that one out as Salinas goes ahead and grounds that and then walks. So Burpee Von Crum, with a hit and 2 walks this inning, brings up Brennan Vaughn, who again has 2 home runs on the season in the first game of the season. Looking to do some damage here against Divine in the top of the 6th.
Tell you, I think all the sandal talk is making Burpee nervous, as it's a grounder past first base, and Owlins scores 6-7 now. Base is still loaded.
number 66.
And it looks like we did get him out of here as Kale Taverna, the rookie, steps in, who had a terrible outing last game. Is coming in with the bases loaded, but 1 out. Let's see if he can stop the bleeding here, because they hold the lead. And they really need something. Divine got shellacked yesterday by the Comets, as Tippy Jacobs hits this one foul and then strikes out on the next pitch up high. Good job coming in and getting that first out by Taverna.
Getting word in here from the locker room. Burpee's saying he calls them clandles.
Clandles? Wow. Now we know. As this ball's hit deep to right field, all the way back to the track, and again it is Watts with the range. And excuse me for saying it, but what a center fielder.
I tell you, Divine was in a pickle there, but they were able to hold off. Owlins only able to score 1 run. Still down 6-7 here. See if the catcher for Divine can make something happen here. Fields just fouling off left and right, left and right.
What an at-bat.
Pitches into the dirt and gets an easy walk. Happily takes first base.
What an at-bat there by Fields. As Achilles steps up and lost this one deep right field, just shy of the track, but camped under is Chung for the first out of the inning for Divine.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 46.
Let's see if Charlotte can make something happen here. Grounds to second base, throw to second, out 2-3. That's a double play, and we're already into the top of the 7th here. Owlins looking to take the lead here, or at least tie it up.
Up to bat is the former Divine player, Constance Jericho. Who, whoa, watch out. Taverna did not like that. He's going to hit it to ground ball to Browning out there at short for the first out.
Number 54.
Lena Horn swinging a miss. Strike 2, but then hits it deep left. Does it have the distance? And it does! Oh my gosh, the Owlins have tied it up. That's a 390-foot home run. What a hit.
The first baseman, number 6 now, pitching.
Wow. And now Ron McKay comes in for Taverna, who that's his second outing, not doing so hot for the rookie there. And up to bat is Az Killington. And I am obligated to say the stadium is closing their concessions after this inning. So if you need any food or drink, now is the time to go grab it, as Killington grounds out to Grace there for the second out.
Number 25.
I tell you, Killington unable to produce this game, but I still consider myself an Az man myself.
I think we all have a little Az fans in us.
See if Chung can make something happen here. So we have 2 outs, full count. Chung is staying alive, but then swings and misses. Out number 3. Divine coming in with the game tied at the bottom of the 7th.
Number 60.
So here we are in the bottom of the 7th after the 7th inning stretch, as the leadoff hitter is going to hit this one straight to left field. And what a liner. That was a screamer past third base.
Designated hitter, number 30.
Divine is feeling it right now. The pressure's up. Can they get this runner home? Unfortunately, grounds into the pitcher. That's a double play.
The second baseman, number
Unfortunate. Unfortunate.
Yeah, it is unfortunate. Plunder hit it right back to the pitcher for that easy 1-6-3 double play, which brings up Valerie Grace, who made the last out last inning, and she will make the last out this inning for her team. as it is now a 7-7 game following that entire inning. Owls up to bat.
That was a slow grounder, but first baseman is unable to get it. We now have a runner on first as Aubrey Salinas comes up to bat.
Salinas takes strike 2 here. First, Ron McKay, who doesn't look all too hot after pitching quite a bit last game. They were going to throw him in again. And he's going to walk this pitcher, or this batter.
I mean, for only 20 pitches, he's already looking fatigued. Pressure's up, and he's getting changed out for Zion Alexander.
Well, it looks like I know who grabbed their drinks before the concessions closed. Little 2x4 partner here tonight. As Brennan Vaughn steps in. Tries to repeat the first game with the tied game, trying to be Captain Clutch here. Instead, he will be a team player and grabs the walk to load the bases for none other than the 4-batter, Tippy Jacobs, who's not having the best of seasons so far.
Let's see if she can turn it around here. Takes the ball inside, count 2-1. She fouls it back. Strike 3 for out number 1. Austin Greenman, third baseman, trying to make something happen with bases still loaded.
Yeah, it looks like Zion Alexander, the closing pitcher Divine, is also tired from pitching last game as well. But that doesn't matter, as he's going to get the strikeout here. And look at this, folks. They're bringing in the starting pitcher from yesterday's game, Coil Olympus, to try to close this one out, as Divine is throwing everything they have to win this game. They do not want to drop to 0-3, but unfortunately, it is Jericho going to be the hero here with another base hit and 2 more RBIs for the Owlins, as he says, I got a hit off your sister, I'm going to get a hit off of you as well. Jericho is not playing any games today against his former team, going 3 for 4 so far today. What a game indeed for him.
He's certainly showing them up. Allen's pulling away here as Horn looking to continue the scoring. Full count, 2 outs. And swing and a miss, out number 3. Very unfortunate for Divine as we're going to the bottom of the 8th, down by 2 runs.
And now in the game, it's going to be the closing pitcher for the Owlins, Everleigh Strong, whose first batter she faces will be the Messiah, right fielder for them, for the Divine. And he's going to just do a little dribbler, and Horn's going to throw him out for the first out of the inning.
Stevie Watts unable to produce. Strong pitching there for out number 2.
Which brings up Dewey Browning. Dewey Browning batting 500 on the season so far, including today's game. Does have a home run, and instead he's going to look at strike 3, and he is disgusted with himself as they needed something happening to try to get a run or 2 just to stay close in this game, as 2 runs is quite a bit for 1 inning.
I tell you, both teams have scored multiple runs in 1 inning this game. As Killington is going to pop it up to first baseman, still unable to produce anything this game. Sad, sad, sad.
Unfortunate, yes, indeed. As Chung steps in, trying to get his team going, as the second leadoff man, batting 9th. Chung hits this one deep to right field on a liner, past the Messiah out there, who couldn't grab this one in. It's definitely 2. He's going to push for 3. Chung's going to get it. Stand up triple.
Look at the legs on that man. Triple. Wow.
And that's exactly what you do as second leadoff. You get on base for the top of the order. Herschel here, who with 1 out can do a lot of things, as you have the infield in to try to prevent this run for the Owlins.
Wild pitch past the catcher, and Chung scores at home. Wow, what a turn of events here.
And I just want to say that ball was 100% foul. I don't know
what he's looking at.
I don't know what the umpire was looking at, but we're going to have to take a look at that, because that ball was easily a foot foul, as this is lofted into left center or left field into the triangle as Browning is there to catch it, but not before the Howlands grab 1 run on the triple and pass ball. But my oh my, that third base umpire is looking at something completely different than the rest of us.
I tell ya, game's moving too quick. Can't even check a mistake.
Indeed you cannot, but that's Divine with a leadoff single here. And Achilles is up to bat, who does again have a home run and plenty of power to try to bring this within 1. And instead he's going to ground it to Az Killington over at first for the 1-6-3 double play. And if there was any hope for Divine in this one, it is all but gone with 2 outs and Tamber up to bat.
Tamber's feeling the pressure as she hits it very, very high, touching the bottom of the clouds, and that's out number 3. Owlins win it here, 10-7. What a game!
What a game indeed. The final score here, as you said, is 10-7. Eric's Owlins gonna go ahead and take the victory again, moving on up to 2-1. And Divine, unfortunately, is now 0-3. And the manager, I know, is definitely not liking that. He's going to make plenty of moves, especially with the pitching that happened today. It's not the best, but they did have 4 home runs for Divine, so they do have some pop. It's just the pitching is not there. As you can see, they've had 6 pitchers, including one of the starters, Olympus, coming in for them. But we shall see who gets the MVP, and look at that. None other than the former Divine player, Constance Jericho, going 2 for 4 with a home run, 4 RBIs, and scored a run in the game against his former team. So what a way to end it for him.
Yes, sir, indeed. I'd just like to point out, third base umpire, not on that MVP list.
No, he's not. After that blown call, I am not sure what to do. I will again have to speak to the commissioner on getting proper baseball umpires and not ones that have half an eye. So see about that. Thank you for joining in on this game. And next up is going to be, if you give me one moment, the Kernals versus the Samurais. This is a battle of the former football players who I used to coach back in the day for Gridiron, so we shall go ahead and see this game. For those of you still here, I will go ahead and put a prediction up for that game momentarily, and we will be right back with new drinks, new game, and we'll see you then. And we are back with the battle of the football players. And all of you can listen to this once again. That's it. That's another one sponsored by the one who cannot be named. As the first pitch for Eli Rampage is going to be a ball by Howard Phillips. Eli Rampage, the winner or sorry, hit the game-winning home run in the top of the 9th last game against the Owlins, and he's gonna hit this one to third. Tarkovic throws it over to Sanchez for the first out of the game.
The third baseman, number 23.
No, that's high. No, that's high.
Anki Willis in here to bat. Grounds the first baseman and unable to outrun the throw.
Number
For out number 2.
And up to bat now, Amelia Whitaker, newly acquired acquisition shortstop for the Samurais last game, who went over. Trying to redeem herself as she has a huge contract she just signed with them to try to put them into the playoffs this year. And instead she's going to go ahead and strike out here in the first inning for the Samurais. 0-0, going to the bottom of the first.
And as we go into the bottom of the first, don't forget to put your predictions in. Kernals versus Samurais, both teams 1-1 this season. Pablo Sanchez looking to make something happen as he grounds the third baseman, and that's out number 1.
the center fielder, number 17.
And up to bat is De Guzman, who hits this one foul territory. Anki's over there for the out.
The right fielder, number 11.
Josh Olsen unable to produce. Line drive to second baseman, and we're into the top of the second. Samurai's looking to make something happen here.
Number 17.
Up to bat now, Cheesecake is batting 500 on the year with 2 homers and 3 RBIs. As he hits this one deep left center field. Looks like it might have the distance, but just shy of the wall. That 394 foot wall is out.
No, inside. Foul ball.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Trevor Grounder's shortstop. That's an easy out, number 2.
Foul ball.
Miskey Marshall stands and looks at called third strike for out number 3.
See if Jorge De Guzman can make something happen for the Kernals here as we go into the bottom of the second.
No, inside.
250 average with 1 home run this season. As it's a grounder to third baseman and is able to outrun the throw.
Second baseman, number 14.
Russ Richards up to bat. A steal, and that's going to be an easy out. Thrown out by a step and a half. Good throw by the catcher there. And if you haven't noticed, folks, if you look at the pitcher, his name is Cam Newton. And yes, it is the Cam Newton who used to be a football player. Unfortunately, he used to be a football player, and now he's on the mound here for the Samurais. And the reason he's on the mound is because he has a great arm, but there he walked. As Jesus steps up to bat to let Cam Newton know just what he feels about him. As he hits a screaming liner to short, but hauled in there by Whitaker.
The designated hitter, number 33.
Amazing Whitaker was able to keep that in her glove. Vern Bull, designated hitter, looking to make something happen here. Fouling it off. And a slow grounder to shortstop, but unable to outrun the throw. Out number 3, going into the top of the 3rd here.
Now batting.
Samurai's up to bat.
Number 2.
Up to bat is the former Lumberjack Axe Bracketeer catcher.
That's low.
Versing Howard Phillips for the first time today.
Foul ball. 3, you're up.
And he's going to go down swinging. And Phillips says, "Where did that batter go? Because clearly I didn't see anybody in the box." As Itachi hits this one up the middle, diving play, and safe. He beats it out.
Itachi unable to produce. Charlie Chapless up here to bat.
That's up.
As he grounds past the pitcher and moves the runner to second.
The center fielder. Number 4.
Eli Rampage, center fielder, up here to bat.
Phillips takes a look at second, throws it back home. Ball in the dirt. Good block by the catcher. Rampage to right field. You think they're going to send the runner? Unfortunately, they are not, as they're going to hold him up there with the great arm in right field. So we now have bases loaded for the third baseman, Anki Willis, the former defensive end.
Outside.
Some smart base running there, as you still have some wiggle room here with only 1 out.
Strike.
Count 2-2. Anki
Oh,
Willis
no.
grounds the shortstop, looking for a double play, and they make it.
Oh,
Oh
no.
my goodness, unable to produce a run there.
That's defensive end speed right there. Couldn't get back to first in time. And Willis gets out of that jam. As up to bat now is the third baseman, Gene Takovich. Takovich.
That was a clutch DP, if I say so myself.
Takovich. Tavokic. Strikes out.
Ball outside.
Galvin up to bat, the catcher. Fouls this one off.
Ball, that's low. Strike.
Stringing strike 2. And swinging for strike 3 as Cam Newton says, "Get out of here. You're nothing to me."
Number 7.
That's outside. Low.
See if Pablo Sanchez has anything in him as he grounds it past Cam Newton out into center field. And he makes it to first base.
The center fielder. Number 17.
Marcos Glenn up to bat, the center fielder. Sanchez off on the run, and he's going to steal second with ease as Whitaker applies the tag a little too late. Sanchez with the great speed out there. Now puts
That
himself
was a
in
close one.
scoring position with 2 strikes, though. 2 outs for Glenn, who hits this one to right field. Can of corn out there for Chapless as Charlie takes us in. Still 0-0 after 3.
Now batting. The shortstop. Number 17.
And up to bat, Amelia Whittaker.
Ball, that's inside.
A liner out to center field. Off the wall. She's looking for 3. And she makes it with a slide.
The designated
What a hit and what a run.
And Cheesecake up to bat now, the DH. A former center now playing for the Samurais hits this one about mid-center field. They are going to test the arm of Glenn. Let's see. Whitaker starts heading home. The throw into the plate, not in time, as that's going to be an easy run for the Samurais, who now lead 1-0 versus the Grand Portage Kernals.
Samurai is happy to have a run on the board here. As Ron Ramirez hits it to center field. Ball gets down just in time, and he makes it to first.
That was a risky slide there, because if that ball gets through, that's an easy another triple again. But trapped it good. So Misky Marshall is now up to bat. She's going to hit this softly to third. No play at second, but they will get her out at first for the second out. But they still have a runner on second in scoring position for Axe Bracketeer.
That's down. Outside.
Axe, in his former days, as we said before, lumberjack, used to splitting wood, not splitting balls, as he hits this one to the right, and it's going to be down and out for foul. Easy fouls another one off. Phillips now at pitch number 55 will get Bracketeer to ground out to Jesus down at short. Over to Sanchez for the final out of the inning, but not before they do score a run in the top of the fourth here. It's going to be 1-0 Samurais.
Let's see if Cam Newton can defend the lead here. Going into pitch number 47. Grounded to shortstop, easy throw out at first.
Jorge de Guzman up to bat, flew out to third base. Last at bat. And this time he's going to strike out swinging, or sorry, looking on the paint. His mojo's going to go down because he knows that should have been a pitch he hit.
He was swinging in his head as Russ Richards comes up. 2 outs here, in the bottom of the fourth. And Richards swings and misses out number 3 into the top of the fifth with Itachi coming up to bat.
And there was a tweet earlier today that if Itachi doesn't improve or get a hit today, that he's going to be on the trading block. And that was straight from the manager himself. So we'll see how he does. He did get a hit today. As he's going to line out to second here, unfortunately. Not another one. So we'll see how the manager proceeds that tonight when he goes to bed.
Ball, that's outside. Ball outside.
Charlie Chapless staying alive and is walked. Eli Rampage coming up with a runner on first.
No, inside. No, that's low.
Rampage ground this one foul. And another one foul. Hits this one deep to left. This ball has a chance, and it is gone. Eli Rampage with his second home run in as many days. Hits this one 374 feet to left field, bringing in his 4th RBI of the season, and that will be putting up another 2 runs for the Samurais, who now lead 3-0 in the top of the 5th.
Howard Phillips is not looking too good out there right now, as he's now over 70 pitches.
Ball outside. You're out.
Oh my, did you see that? Did you see that? Glenn just robbed Whitaker of a home run dead center. My oh my, you'll see that on SportsCenter tonight as a top 10 play, possibly the best play of the season so far, or most likely of the year. That was definitely one of the season so far. My oh my, Glenn, defensive MVP for the Kernals.
Cam Newton able to get a strikeout for out number 1. Vern Bull up here to bat as a designated hitter. And over the shortstop's glove. Safely makes it to first.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 40.
And back up to bat is Gene Takovich. Runner's going. The throw gets him just in time. That's 2 caught stealings for Bracketeer behind the plate. You would think the Kernals would learn their lesson, but Axe says keeps going. As this one's going to be dribbled out there to Whitaker. Whitaker with the barehanded play over to Itachi for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Kernals cannot get any runs here and do not answer for the 2 runs from the Samurais.
See if Cheesecake can make something happen. Deep right field over the right fielder, and it's off the wall. Cheesecake is able to make it to second base. What a hit.
Up to bat now is Ron Ron. And that was barely foul, as last game, it looks like they did change the umpires because that last game was fair ball. And it looks like this one's going to be a fair ball as well down the line. That's going to be an RBI double there
Now batting, the second baseman,
for the Samurais.
pitching, number 28.
Kernals coming here for pitcher change as Hero Dill looking to make something happen.
Ball outside.
It's going to be a fly up out number 1
Number 2.
as Axe Bracketeer, prior Lumberjack, looking to make something happen.
Axe swings at this one, and they're going to call it out. It's going to be the catcher, Galvin, who's going to call everyone off for the out there.
Number 26.
That's outside. He's out.
And Itachi
Itachi.
lines that out.
Oh my goodness.
It's 2 lineouts and a base hit today, so we'll see if the manager wants to get rid of him. And it looks like the Gators did offer the manager of the Samurai a piece of gum, or a pack of gum, for Itachi, and they were actually considering it, which is a little odd.
No, that's high.
Also, those of you who are still around and are not watching the game, as we get a single to center field by the Kernals, it is halftime here for the Jaguars versus the Jets. It is a 13-3 score. Jaguars are leading. In case anybody is not watching the game, it is on Amazon tonight. So Pablo Sanchez stands in, takes 2 balls, and then hits this one deep left field. Does it have enough? Just off the base of the wall. He's going to be in there with an easy double. So they'll have runners on second and third. They do have something brewing here in the bottom of the 6th. Try to get back into it.
See if Marcus Glenn can make something happen.
No, inside.
Glenn is continuing to foul ball out. Finally gets it fair, but it's a short grounder to the shortstop. Out number 1, but they are able to get a runner in. Finally giving them a point on the board.
Indeed, so they finally do get 1 run here, and it's 4-1 Samurais, but that's going to be another strikeout for Cam Newton, as he's trying to hold that 2nd run from coming in.
Cam Newton surely putting in some work here with 6 strikeouts. But he is approaching 90 pitches. So the fatigue is starting to set in. Guzman's gonna pop it to right field. And that's out number 3. Going into the top of the 7th, Samurais 4-1.
And once again, just a quick reminder, grab your food and drinks before the concessions close by the bottom of the 7th inning. So if you're still around here in Grand Portage area, don't forget to check out Fiber Ahoy, where you can get your best bed and breakfast here in the area, as Glenn catches that out for the first out.
Center fielder, number 14.
No, inside.
Dill's still pitching, as Rampage is the switch hitter batting from the right side now, who hit the home run from the left and is going to try to do the same here, but unfortunately gets it off of the hands and out to Glenn for the second out of the inning.
Not enough power behind that hit. See if Anki Willis.
Oof.
Ooh, takes the ball straight to the ribs. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that does not feel good coming from experience. It hurts a lot. There's not a lot of padding there in your rib section. Even if you have abs or if you're covered up, it still hurts because there's not much there. As Whitaker hits this one to right field, it's going to be another base hit, as she was robbed of a home run her last time by the center fielder.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 17.
Let's down.
One of my favorites, Cheesecake, up here to bat.
Oh, no.
Hits it deep right.
no.
Does it have the distance?
Oh,
and
no.
it does. Oh my goodness.
I can see
What
why he's your
a
favorite.
home run.
It's 3 home runs for him on the season. That is 3 home runs in 3 games.
I tell ya, he put the cherry on top there.
Indeed he did. Must be cherry-flavored cheesecake at this point, as you get another base hit here for the Samurais, and the Kernals are now falling apart at their bullpen area, where Dill is just giving up too many runs, and he is rattled out there. Looking at pitch number 29, is going to be sent to deep right center, and you have both outfielders converging. It's off the top of the wall. Glenn's going to pick it up for an easy double, as it's going to be another run. 8-1 for the Samurais, and it looks like the manager for the Kernals is heading to the dugout. He doesn't want to watch this anymore.
I would not want to watch that if I was the manager as well.
Ball, that's inside.
It is
Thankfully,
unfortunate.
I get paid to watch.
Wait, you get paid?
In drinks.
Oh boy. You must be drinking your salary away, as that's the end of the inning there with a strikeout from Axe Bracketeer. But not before they put up a 4-spot to double their score to 8-1.
Number 14.
Russ Richards, slow ground to the pitcher for out number 1.
Up to bat.
Kernals need to make something happen.
Is Jesus, who's looking for a miracle, but instead is going to fly this one out to run out there on left for the second out, as he didn't have enough. Maybe if he came back 3 days from now, he would have enough power to hit that over.
Sounds like it'd be 3 days too late. Kernals not able to produce anything.
That's inside.
Full count for Bull as they pop it straight up to the pitcher. Cam Newton easily catches that for out number 3.
So we'll see what we do here with Itachi, who again did have his first hit of the season. They're going to bring in their closer, Eric Blair, who's already pitched in this is his second game out of the 3 that they've played. And Itachi's going to swing on his second strike and then look at one high. So we're all right in here to see what Itachi does, because he might be cut after this game. And that's going to be a flare out to left field and caught by Jesus himself. So it looks like he might be praying to God that he does not get cut, because that is just a poor performance for the year. As it's another strikeout here.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 14.
Eli Rampage up to bat. Grounds it past the pitcher out into center field. And we have a runner on first now with Augie Willis up to bat.
Augie Willis 0 for 3 with a hit by pitch today. The former defensive end is batting 182 on the season. Looking to get that just a little bit higher. You want to be above that Mendoza line. And for those who don't know what that is the 200 mark, where it kind of makes you seem like you're not a major leaguer if you're not hitting 200. And he takes a walk. So he is on base 2 out of the 5 times today. That is what you want from your top of the lineups.
The Samurais have a chance to continue scoring here, as we have a liner out to center field. Runner continues home and is safe. Another run on the board, 9-1 for the Samurais.
And Eric Blair, that is going to be it. The Kernals are done playing games. If you give up a run, you are out, as Art Deacon is now in for Blair. And Cheesecake, who did have that monstrous 3-run home run, is now up with another 2 runners on. And I got to say, that last runner at third ran through the stop sign as Cheesecake takes a walk here. Looks like the Samurais were trying to put the stop sign on him, try to stop the bleeding here, as it's already up 7 runs, and said, nope, I'm scoring to make it up by 8.
Ball, that's outside. Ball, that's low. Foul ball.
And Ron Ramirez hits it up the middle. And it's going to be another 2 runs in, as this is just getting out of hand for the Kernals. You might as well just throw in a batter in to save your pitching, but looks like they're keeping Art Deacon here.
No, high. Take your base.
And yet another walk. It's 2 walks already for the new reliever in this inning, Art Deacon. Which brings up Axe Bracketeer, who hits this one up the middle for Glenn to throw another one. He's going to try to throw him out at home, and indeed he does not get him out at home. So another 2 runs on the single by Bracketeer, which brings up none other than Itachi. And everyone is on the edge of their seat to see what Itachi does, even though this is a blowout. They need to see if he's good or not with the manager. If he's going to be cut. All eyes here.
I'm rooting for Itachi. Hoping
I
he
am
stays
not.
alive.
Itachi does hit it up the middle. He does get the single. They are going to send the runner. They are not playing games anymore. They are tired of it. The manager for the San Diego Samurai says, we are done playing games. Everybody's going home. My oh my, 14-1. You would think you'd stop the bleeding. But instead,
Absolutely not.
instead they are full send. There are no brakes on this train.
It's that aggressive base running, as you see, makes the score 14-1 here.
Finally. The
Chap was
Samurais are
making
out.
splinters fly everywhere. I don't
Chap
know why he's
was-
so angry. They're up by 13 here.
Yeah, I don't know either, but now it's Takovic,
Inside.
Kovichak up to bat with just trying to get some at-bats here. With a 3-0 count against Cam Newton, who is still in the game. Pitch 102 now. And the 103rd pitch is lined out to Ron Ramirez out in the left. And you got to say, I mean, up 13, you might want to take him out now. And on cue, they do. They put in Kendall Lewis.
Got to give that arm a break as Kendall Lewis coming in to relieve Newton.
No, that's low.
Kendall Lewis was the losing pitcher in the first game of the season for the Samurais, as she does strike out Galvin here for the first out.
I don't see how she can lose this one.
Well, the old saying is, little 2x4, it ain't over until the fat lady sings.
No, that's inside.
Oh, wait, I take that back. She's actually, I see her over there. I don't know if she's starting to sing or not, but she definitely got up and started walking out of the stadium. So, well, maybe she didn't sing, but she says it's over as well. As the Kernals, as Sanchez strikes out there, tries to break the bat to be cool, but unfortunately hurts his knee. We'll see if we get some kind of update on that.
It's a mental game out here as Eli Rampage looking to continue the scoring streak for the Samurais.
No, inside. Foul ball. That's ball 4.
And that's ball number 4. Deacon
The third baseman.
is not doing too good out there.
Number 45.
No, he's not. So what they do is they're going to bring in Klaus to game, hopefully to Klaus it out, as Anki takes ball 2. Now he takes strike 2. So it's 2-2 count for Anki, who fouls this one off. Anki was voted Rookie of the Year for his defensive efforts in the Gridiron game. Way back when. As he has a great battle here. Another foul ball. Pitch number 9 is going to be looked at for strike 3.
The shortstop. Number 17.
Amelia Whittaker up to bat. She continues to be a strong player for her team, but unable to produce as she flies out to right field.
Now batting. The designated
And up to bat is none other than your favorite player, Cheesecake,
Ball, that's inside.
who is having a phenomenal season these 3 games so far. 545, 3 homers and 7 RBIs, including a 3-run homer today. As he continues the stroke with a ball hit to center field, he's going to get an easy double. They send the runner home. Indeed they will. It's going to be his 8th RBI of the season. And just adding another number to the already
number 29.
high-scoring game.
Cheesecake is in his prime.
Indeed he
Kernals.
is.
Colonel's making a pitching change here, bringing in John St. Anna, starting pitcher. As he throws it into the dirt, the catcher unable to control it, but the runner stays at second.
Foul ball.
It's gonna be a grounder to the pitcher, misses it, but second base is able to save them. Going for out number 3. It is not looking good for the Kernals going into the bottom of the 9th.
17.
Indeed, and if we can just take one moment of silence for the Kernals here as they're down 14.
That's inside.
this a moment of respect for how bad this game is going. So. And we'll break that moment of silence for a deep ball to left field. And it's caught by Ron just shy of the wall. And I really thought that would try to get them going, but instead, nothing happened. So the Kernals, unfortunately, are down to 2 more outs.
That's going to be a swing and a miss for out number 2.
Fielder, number
We are down to the wire here with Jorge de Guzman.
Ball, that's up.
Grounded to third base, easy throw to first, and that will be the game. Samurais win it 15-1.
I gotta say, it's about time. That game was going on way too long for the league. Thankfully, it is over. Quite a bit happened there.
Absolutely. I'm happy it's over. These drinks are getting into me, and we're gonna have to make a bathroom break.
Indeed, we are. And your MVP for today is going to be Cheesecake, who went 3 for 4 with the home run, 2 doubles, 5 RBIs, and 3 runs.
Cheesecake, cheesecake, cheesecake.
Seems like we got some Cheesecake fans here in the booth as well. So we will quickly run to the bathroom and come back here with even more drinks so we can get the next game going. Next game is going to be Slumpbusters versus the Comets, as they are both 1-1, and they both coming off of, the Comets are coming off of a beating of the Vine, and the Slumpbusters being beaten by Defenders by more than 10 runs. So we'll see how this one plays out, both coming off of a high and a low. So stay tuned, we'll be back in a moment. And we are back. Hope everybody went to the bathroom, grabbed another drink, and head on over to your predictions. Use those channel points wisely. Predicting the Comets, who are 1-1, versus the Slumpbusters, who are also 1-1. Again, the Comets are coming off of a high of a 10+ win against Divine, and the Slumpbusters coming off of a low with a 10+ loss, as the first baseman here makes an error to start the game for the Slumpbusters. And the second batter, Joe Struts, is up to bat now. Great speed on first. Maybe they'll send him start early. And they do. And they will be safe at second. So starting off the game early and aggressive with an error and a stolen base. As Struts tries to get him in. Struts will hit it to medium right field. See if there's going to be a tag out there for Branch. Branch is going to throw it to third. There is a tag. Ball's coming in hot, and Roberson applies a tag, but just a little too late. So you do have a runner on third with 1 out.
I tell you, that runner has some heat in those legs. He's just able to make it there. Gilbert Lampman, see if he can get the runner home.
No, that's low.
Full count here. Lampman fouls it off. And Bulger, strike number 3,
hitter, number
is
53.
able to get that batter out.
Ball outside.
Indeed, now up to bat is Harper McGahee, the DH. He's batting .429 on the season. It's got good pop. He seems to be locked in nowadays. He's going to foul this one off. 3-1 count. Looks at ball 4 from Bulger. So they're going to have first and third here for the Comets.
Ball high. Deep right.
Rhodes looking to make something happen. Liner to left field, but it is caught out and into the bottom of the first. Still 0-0.
Catcher, number 11.
Deep right.
So Moses up to bat, the catcher, again leading off. Is a little odd for catchers, but he is leading the league in at an average with batting 700, 7 for 10 so far this year. He looks to be locked in as he gets yet another hit, make that 8 for 11 on the season. Leading off, you can't ask for anyone better than Mostest.
First baseman, number 39.
Most is definitely putting in the work. Kamari Crawford,
That's inside.
first baseman for the Slumpbusters. Hits it right up the middle,
Take.
and we now have a runner at first and second with Harrison Whitney up to bat.
Ball, that's low.
Whitney takes the ball here in the dirt with runners on first and second. It's a line drive, and Rhodes with a diving stop over there at third as he just saved extra bases and possibly, definitely one run, possibly two there.
Deep right.
I tell you, that was a beautiful catch.
Ball outside. Ball, that's low. Ball high.
Evermore Buchanan up to bat. And she lines out to left field for out number 2.
Now batting, the right
That's gonna,
Slumpbusters still looking to make something happen.
yeah, it's gonna bring up Noah Branch, the right fielder, who tried to gun out the runner at third, but could not do it. See if he can get something he likes to hit. Bring in the runner from second. Get his team going early in the first inning. Watch out. There's going to be a wild pitch by the pitcher there. Stafford couldn't handle it. It's too far in. So Jaden Park with the wild pitch, and pitch number 20 in the first inning is going to be for a ball. And Branch hits it over to Rhodes for the grounder. It's going to be out number 3. So even with the wild pitch plus 2 hits, they got nothing going on for him. 0-0.
now batting, the left fielder, number 5.
The Mercury Comets looking to make something happen here as we have a
Second baseman,
grounder out to right field. A runner now on first.
That's low.
Gets this one to third. That's going to be 5, 4, 3. Double play. So Bolger with a great ground ball there knows how to pitch to his strengths with the junk. Gets him to roll over to third for the double play.
Deep right. No, that's high. Good. 3.
Miles Hurst swings and misses for out number 3, and into the bottom of the second we go. Slumpbusters back up to bat with Alex Robertson starting us off.
number 19.
Deep right. That's low.
1-1 count here to the third baseman.
He's out.
And it's going to pop up to the catcher there for out number 1.
Hitter, number 5.
DH Rustin Price grounds the shortstop, and that is a quick out number 2.
The left fielder,
Kalen Winters
17.
up to bat. Beautiful haircut and beautiful glasses.
It might be beautiful haircut and beautiful glasses, but the swing is not beautiful at all as he whiffs on the second straight pitch and make that 3 for another strikeout.
It's going to be Carter Stafford up to bat for the first time this game.
Deep right. That's down.
And Stafford hits it out to the left field, and the left fielder just able to get it with that amazing diving catch.
Ball. No, inside. Deep right. Low. High.
Now batting the shortstop.
Justin Gleaves was easily thrown out there for out number 2.
Now batting the first baseman, number 27.
And now at the bat, Gilbert Lampman, the first baseman, who finally got his first hit last game with the home run. They call him the Lamp on his team, as he looks for a ball right down the middle. Not sure what he was looking at there. Could an easy hit, but instead he's going to go back to the dugout and think about what he did for a moment.
Fielder, number 35.
Deep right.
Sabrina Washington
You're out.
unable
Now batting
to make anything happen here.
number 11.
Deep right.
Moses back up to bat.
Nope, inside. Nope. Ball high.
Takes the ball to the outside, to the inside. And now we have a full count with a foul ball.
Ball 4.
And fourth ball is into the dirt. Moses gets to walk.
So not only does he get hits, but he also gets walks. The man is on base all the time for his team, as Crawford swings and misses at that one. 0-2 count early.
That's up. Strike 3.
And Crawford goes down swinging for the second out.
Now batting the shortstop, number 3.
Strike.
Whitney up to bat.
That's outside.
Counts 2-2.
Foul ball.
And pop up to the second baseman. Easy catch for out number 3. And into the top of the fourth we go. See if Harper McGahee can make something happen for the Comets.
Designated hitter, number 50.
Last at bat he did have a walk, so maybe he could follow suit or ground it over to first base. On over the pitcher is Bulger, who gets the first out of the inning for a little PFP there.
29.
Deep right.
And we have a hit right up the middle. The runner's going to hold at first.
Now batting the left fielder, number 5.
And that brings up Reek Winkelson, the left fielder.
Deep right.
He's having an all-right year so far.
Strike.
As Bulger gets, here comes pitch number 50.
No, inside.
Tell you, Reek has some bright glasses out there.
Indeed he does. And that's not going to help him while he swings and misses. Maybe he needs different glasses. That's out number 2.
Some of us are all fashion out here, but no skill.
As this one's grounded to the pitcher, that's going to be out number 3. Sometimes, if you don't have the skill, you got to look like you do. It's all about impressions. Until you actually play on the field, that it's actually skill. Either way,
Ball inside.
Evermore Buchanan's up to bat against Jaden Park.
Deep right.
Jaden Park's 52nd pitch is going to be for a ball.
Strike. Foul ball.
See if Buchanan can make something happen.
Nope.
And I spoke too soon. That's out number 1. Watches it go right past her.
Number 23.
Jaden Park isn't pitching too terrible today. Does have 1 walk and 2 hits, but he does have 4 strikeouts in 3 and a third inning. So if he can keep up this stat line, well, as I say that, he walks. But if he can keep up the stat line, it wouldn't be too hard for them to grab a run or two for the Comets and possibly win this game. As Roberson steps in, batting 100 on the season. But that doesn't matter. He's going to hit this over the right fielder's head. It's going to one-hop the wall. Hurst is going to get the ball in quick to get it to the relay. Agro is going to throw it home. That ball is just short of the catcher, so that's going to be a run there. So it's going to be 1-0 for the Slumpbusters, and we shall see how this plays out.
I tell you, I don't know what Agro was doing there, taking his time, turning around and throwing that ball to home.
It is unfortunate. Got to practice your cutoff, your relays. You do that since you were a little kid. As this ball's hit out to center field, Gleaves is going to catch it, but no tag. Gets the ball in quick.
Okay, the winners back up to bat. And watches it go right past him. I tell you, all these batters with glasses and they still can't see the pitches.
Maybe they're using the same glasses that umpire was doing 2 games ago. He was looking at that ball. It was clearly foul. As Hurst steps in and swings at this pitch for strike 2. And Hurst swings. I don't know what kind of swing that was, but just go back to the dugout. Think about what you did. Bulger's really trying to hit Stafford here. I'm not sure what Stafford did. Maybe tried to hit on his girlfriend or something. But Bulger is throwing at him, and now he's got the count full. And Stafford lines this one to center, but right at Mashington for the quick number, out 2.
Tell you, Bulger was playing with him there.
He really was. Brings up Gleaves to bat. The center fielder, lead off. As he grounds this one slowly to Buchanan over a second with the barehanded play. Nice play there to finish off the inning. And it's going to be 1-0 Slumpbusters going into the bottom of the 5th. Both teams have 3 hits apiece. And see if Slumpbusters can break that 3 hits and get some more runs on the board.
I tell you, I might have to go grab a coffee because this game is dragging.
Indeed it is. It does take quite some time for some of these games to get going. So Moses back up to bat. Does have a hit and a walk, being the best leadoff hitter he possibly can, even though he's not feeling so well from catching 3 games in a row.
So he's still putting in that work.
He
727
really
average.
And 75th pitch from Park is a short loft to left center field. There'll be Winkleson out there to catch it for out number 2.
First baseman Crawford up to bat here for the Slumpbusters. Watches the first 2 pitches go right past him and swings for a ball way outside. Out number 3.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 3.
Struts up to bat. Hits a liner to second baseman.
The first baseman,
And what a catch
number 27.
for out number 1.
Up to bat now is Lampman, the first baseman. And now not up to bat is Lampman as he strikes out and slams his bat in disgust.
Number 53.
Ball, that's outside. Outside.
Harper McGahee staying alive. And I again spoke too soon, as it's a swing and a miss for out number 3.
I don't know what it is with our timing tonight, but we are saying the perfect things at this perfect time, and everything is just... It's quite comical. It's almost as if we have this scripted, which it's not.
It's definitely not, as Jaden Park continues to pitch in a somewhat alright game. Going to pitch number 82.
Cannon looking to hit this one far. She's already got a couple homers. She's going to hit this one. Oh, just foul. I mean, by inches. Wow.
By a hair.
Wow. So she's going to go ahead and get another chance, but instead she's going to squander it by striking out on a pitch at her eyes.
She missed her chance there. Noel Branch also putting in some work for the Slumpbusters here with a 545 average. And grounds it past the second baseman. He's on first.
Roberson back up to bat, a third baseman. Gonna ground this one to first. Lampman's gonna step on first for the out, number 3. And it's gonna be still 1-0 Slumpbusters going to the top of the 7th.
The third baseman, number 29.
Rose is gonna watch that first pitch come inside, second pitch go outside, and another. That is 4 balls in a row. Easy walk to first base.
Bolger getting up there in the pitch count as this is number 85 through 6 innings. Winkelson's up to bat. Great speed. And doesn't matter here if you don't get on base. So that's another strikeout there for Bolger.
Let's see if Agro's better at hitting than his cutoffs. As he pops it out to center field. Easy catch by Mashington.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 2.
Right fielder Hurst up to bat. Bolger's got 9 Ks on the game through 6 2/3. Gonna try to close it out here with pitch number 90. It looks like the Slumpbusters are gonna let him go one more batter here. He's got a 3-1 count. See what happens, and that's ball number 4. I don't think the manager's going to allow him to go another one, but we shall see. Lefty on lefty matchup, and it looks like they are. Stafford in, and Bolger is still pitching his heart out there with pitch number 95 coming in for a ball.
I don't really see a reason why they're keeping Bolger in. He's done plenty of work so far this game.
Not sure either. But they must have a reason for it.
We do have a full count here. And pitch inside, ball number 4. We have bases loaded here. Comets have a chance to take the lead, or at least tie.
And they are still leaving him in. Pitch number 102 is for a ball. 103 is hit all the way to right field. And Branch is there to squeeze it. So they took a gamble and they did get it. They won the gamble as they got out of the inning with the bases loaded there. Runners left on. Just not good for the Comets here as they do make a pitching change. Finley Madden for Park, who pitched pretty good today.
Mad looking to make some quick work of the Slumpbusters with out number 1.
Number 17.
Callan Winters grounds it past second baseman and makes it to first.
The center fielder, number 30.
So with that base hit, they do have a runner on. Probably looking for some insurance here in the later innings. Mashington's up to bat. He takes a strike, which looked a little low. Mashington hits this one to left field. It's going to be down for a base hit. And Mickelson's going to make a good play to make it not hit the wall to leave the runners at first and second.
Number 11.
Ball outside.
Moses up to bat. Hits it to second base, and it's going to be for another out. So they do have runners on second and third, but there are 2 outs now.
The runner's moving. Crawford tries to make something happen, but not enough. Third baseman able to get some air there and catch the ball.
Air indeed. That was Rhodes. Rhodes got some ups as we finally get that pitching change we've been looking for, as Ash Harmon is in for Bulger, who leaves the game with 103 pitches and 7 innings pitched. So they bring in the closer to try to finish this out. And he comes in and gets the first batter he sees with a strikeout. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th, or top of the 8th.
Harmon's got a grin on his face. He's happy and he's feeling it. And he's able to strike out Lampman for out number 2.
Number 53.
Oh, it looks like there was an injury to Lampman there. We'll have to go and look and see what happened there and talk to the manager, but it looks like McGahee's going to strike out here, and that is not a good inning for Comets as they go down 1-2-3, including an injury to their first baseman.
The shortstop. Now in the game.
He got some nasty pitches there. I guess I can twist some ankles. Harrison Whitney, the grounder to the pitcher, splinters flying everywhere. Everyone get down.
Number 60.
And I'm getting word here from the reports that it looks like to be a strained bicep from one of those swings from Lampman as this ball's hit the second base, and the diving effort out there by Agro does not get it, but it looks like it's day to day with a strained bicep. So that's good news for the Comets, as it could have been a lot worse. And Branch is going to hit this one to left center field, and this one's going to score another run as he's in there with 2, and he's looking for 3. He's going to get there safely. Wow, another triple.
That may have been the play of the game. What a beautiful triple. Slumpbusters continuing their lead. Oh no! That bunt did not work out for them there.
Indeed, it did not. So we have 2 outs now. And Rustin Price is up to bat the DH. Takes strike 2, so quickly on the hole. With the ball in the dirt. And lines it straight to Struts at third for the 3rd out. Or, I'm sorry, at short for the 3rd out. So they don't score any runs, insurance runs here, but they do have 3 outs to go to get the win. We'll see how Harmon does against this Comets meaty lineup.
Rhodes Rhodes is going to continue fouling the ball off here. Trying to stay alive. Grounds it to second baseman for out number 1.
So Winkelson's up. Try to get his team popping. Does hit a far line drive to left field, but foul. And now he's in the hole 0-2. And Harmon's going straight after him, not playing around. Gets another strikeout here, and they are down to their last out.
It's not looking good for the Comets here. As Leighton Agro takes 2 strikes. And then 1 into the dirt. But then swings and misses for out number 3. The Slumpbusters win it 2-0. What a game. What a slow game. I tell you, the pitchers are putting in some work tonight. Second MVP as a pitcher in a row.
All right, and welcome back for the next game is Gators versus the Mean Machine. And up to bat is going to be Willie Mays Hayes starting the game off. Takes a strike from Cameron Harding, the starting pitcher for the Mean Machine. Mean Machine's at home for the first time this year with some new unis. As Hayes takes a ball here, 1-2 count. And looks at strike 3, right at the knees. Good pitch by the starting pitcher. And up next is Caroline Fleming, the DH, newly acquired last game. She's down 0-2, throw and hits 2 foul balls in a row. And then hits one in the hole between short and third for a single. Which brings up Brick Tamlin. He's batting .500 on this season. The big bat catcher. Who's going to hit it up the middle for a base hit. And Fleming's going to go to second with ease. So this is going to be first and second with 1 out. Which is going to bring up Pedro Serrano, who was caught in the locker room sacrificing a chicken to Joe Boo. As he hits this one high and deep to right field, but it looks like it's not enough. Just shy of the track is Macias, who is going to throw it in, and it's going to be first and third after the tag for Griffin Caldwell, the second baseman. He takes a pitch right there for strike 1. And now strike 2. Takes ball high. And then swings the ball at his knees. Protecting with 2-2 count. And strike 3. Swing and miss. As he is very upset. Breaks the bat. Starting off, leadoff for the Mean Machines, Noel Ahmed, the shortstop, has yet to have a hit this year so far. Versus Tiger Case, the starting pitcher for the Gators, who's going to get the ground ball straight to him over to Serrano for the first out. Which is going to bring up Gad Lawrence, the left fielder, who hits this one foul. Lawrence strikes out for out number 2 on a nice pitch there by Case. And now up to bat, the catcher Carmen Case, again, no hits on the season, is going to ground it over to first, and that streak is going to continue. So after the first inning, it is 0-0. And up to bat will be Ginger Taverna, the shortstop for the Gators. She's going to hit this one high, but not very deep. In fact, shallow center second baseman Peters will be under it to make the catch. It's going to be out number 1. The left fielder Tanaka is going to hit this one to Ahmed. First pitch, and that's going to be out number 2. Going quick this inning, 3 pitches. And up to bat, it's going to be DP Turner, the second baseman, playing third today. She takes a couple pitches and then swings at one here. And then swings on this one. Out number 3. Mean Machine brings up their DH, number 4 batter, Ned Burdock. It's going to be a 2-2 count for Burdock here. Make it full. And Case with the payoff pitch right back to him. That's going to be out number 1 for Mean Machine. As 3 balls here to Messias. She takes one for a strike. 3-1 count. She fouls this one off. And Case is making a case, but unfortunately walks this one, as better was better in this case.
Absolutely. Lil Peters up here to bat. 500 average this season. A grounder up the middle, and that's a double play. A good old DP.
That's right. Who doesn't love a little DP here and there? As we have Otis Landry, the right fielder, coming to bat for the Gators. Fouls this one off. Harding has got 3 strikeouts now through 2 innings. He's pitching quite a bit. Does have 2 hits against him, but the strikeouts are overwhelming so far. As Landry's going to hit this one deep to center, but it's going to be just short of the track, as Flora will catch this with ease, as Yedling had to run back a little bit.
Willie Mays Hayes up to bat. Center fielder trying to make something happen, hitting it deep, but it is not deep enough. Out number 2.
And Fleming's up to bat now. Base hit her last time. Three balls, 1 strike. She's going to look for her pitch here against Harding. And he makes a payoff pitch nice. And it's going to be a full count. She fouls one back. Pitch number 43 is going to be fouled back as well. And 44 is also fouled. So 45 in the first 3 innings isn't too bad. That pitch is going to be high in the zone, but that's in the zone for the umpire. who might need new glasses after that one. Strike 3 called. As we go to the bottom of the third, Machine up to bat.
I think the problem is that he's wearing glasses.
Ah, so you're saying the glasses should actually come off for him to see.
Absolutely.
I see there. Unfortunately, we saw it, but that batter did not, so that's going to be called third strike. And up to bat's going to be Painter now. Ernie Painter. He's going to pop this one up to shallow left center. Camped under it is the shortstop Taverna, who's going to catch this one out for out number 2.
See if Braden Copeland can make something happen. Counts 1 and 2. 2 and 2. Staying alive with a foul ball. Check swing for ball number 3. And it's into the dirt for a walk.
So that brings up the leadoff hitter Ahmed, who is hitless again through 3 games so far. Case is on point, painting those corners, and he gets Ahmed for strike 3 here. And that's going to do it for the Machine after 3. Still 0-0.
Both teams still looking to score here.
Yeah, Tamlin grounds out there to second as Serrano is up to bat now, the first baseman. Looking a little tense out there. And he's just trying to do too much as he's going to ground this one over to first. So 2 quick outs in the inning will bring up Griffin Caldwell.
Pop up to the pitcher for an easy out number 3.
That's a quick inning by Mean Machine there. Hopefully they can turn this around and get some hits as Lauren steps in, the number 2 batter. And instead he's going to ground this one over to Taverna. So 1 pitch, 1 out for the Gators.
Cameron Karp looking to get a hit here. As she grounds it past the second baseman and is able to make it to first.
And there goes the no-hitter for Case, as that's the first hit allowed in 3 innings. Sorry, in 4 innings. 3 and a third. As pitch number 51's a ball. Or, I'm sorry, a strike. Who then looks at a ball there as Ned Burdock is looking to get a hit to extend the inning. The runner on first. And that's going to be out number 2.
That second baseman did not even try for a double play there.
I'm not sure what was going on in the mind of that second baseman, because they definitely could have gotten the out at second.
Macy is able to do something better than her last up bat. She rounds it past shortstop and moves his runner to third.
All right, now you have runners at the corners, and Peters is up and takes the first pitch, swinging. Case is in a bit of a jam here, feeling the pressure. As all he needs to do is just get one more out, and he's out of the jam here. Get to the 5th. And that's going to be a foul ball. And ball 3, so you have full count. Runner on first will end up going here. And strikeout swinging. He gets him. So again, that'll be 2 hits. So the no-hitter's gone, but here we are in the top of the 5th. Still a 0-0 score.
Number 24.
Taverna up to bat. 1-2 count. Swings through that one. And she can hit a soft ground ball to Ahmed, who barehands it, throws it over to Copeland for the first out.
The left fielder, number 16.
Which leads to Isuro Tanaka, the left fielder. The Japanese superstar is not doing so hot this year, batting a little under 200, and that's the reason why it's going to be another ground out
DP Turner.
to second base.
DB Turner up to bat as she hits a line drive to the second baseman for an easy out, number 3.
The center fielder, number
So up to bat is Theo Floral, one of the new acquisitions from Mean Machine the last couple days. He's going to pop this one up, and Case is going to take it himself for the first out of the inning.
third baseman, number 28.
Ernie Painter, a hard grounder to third base, but they are able to stop it and throws him out at first.
That's a good diving play by DP Turner, who actually is a second baseman, but playing third because they have Griffin Caldwell there at second, who will not play anywhere else. In his contract, it states he can only play second. As we're going to get a little dribbler to the pitcher, and Case is going to throw him out. That's going to be out number 3 for Mean Machine. And again, still 0-0 going into the top of the 6th. Gators are trying to do something to get this going here.
58.
Landry hits a grounder to shortstop and is thrown out at first for an easy out, number 1.
Oh my, Ahmed went deep in the hole. I mean, you have to be super slow, and oh my goodness, a comebacker to Harding, and he catches it as if it was nothing. Wow, what a play.
Look at them hands. Look at them hands by Harding.
That'll bring up Fleming. Fleming does have a hit today. Harding's pitching fairly well, and Harding's going to go ahead and hit that to Ahmed out at short, back to Copeland, and that's going to be out number 3. This game is going fairly quick as we're getting 3 up, 3 downs within a couple pitches. Not like the last game, which every pitch or every at bat was more than 4 to 5 pitches.
Noel Ahmed up to bat. And that is strike number 3 for out number 1.
That's going to bring up Lawrence. Top of this lineup has been quiet today. And as I say that, you have the double coming off of Lawrence's bat. See if he's going to stretch it into 3. Hayes gets there quick, and the relay to Verna is going to stop him from going to third. So good job by the defense to hold him to 2. But now they have a runner in scoring position with 1 out.
And let's see if Carp can get that runner to home. And Carp unable to stay alive, swings and a miss for out number 2. Designated hitter Burdock grounds it to shortstop, and it was easily thrown out at third. Mean Machine still unable to produce anything, and we go into the top of the 7th. Score is still 0-0.
This game might not be as exciting as others, but it is going quick. It is a very good pitching duel here, as Harding's pitch number 69 is fouled off and 70 is taken for ball 2. He's got 4 Ks through 6 innings so far with 2 hits, and he is on fire with his mojo. As we have Brick Tamlin batting 500 on the year. Fouls off a couple pitches at bat. He looks like to be locked in. And nice line drive, but unfortunately right at the batters. We get a screenshot of Serrano's cup for some reason. The camera operator thought that was necessary.
No, sometimes you gotta get them close-ups.
And Serrano strikes out swinging. Yet another strikeout, number 5 for Harding. And that brings up the second baseman, Caldwell, who is down 0-2 quickly. And then looks at one down the middle. It's a 6th strikeout in 7 innings for the pitcher there, Harding. As we go into the bottom of the 7th, stretch time.
Hope everyone was able to stretch their way to concession stand to get a few more drinks. Macias staying alive with the full count. And gets walked.
The second baseman, number 27.
Not at the bat is Peters, the second baseman. So with a leadoff walk, it's not good, especially in the later innings. Tiger Case has just thrown 100 pitches. So you got to think the manager's going to take him out here shortly, even though he's pitching fairly well. You don't want to see him throw too many pitches. And here's a little flare out to right field, and this is why. Now we got a runner to third. Landry's going to throw it all the way, and they're going to be safe at third. So now we have runners at first and third, and they're finally, oh, never mind. They're bringing in a pinch hitter. Spray Hugh is coming in to pitch. He is injured, so I guess he's good enough to come in to pinch hit, as Graham Lobster, one of the Lobster brothers, is coming in, a newly acquisition for the Gators last game, as they picked up both Lobster brothers for the first time in league history. And he comes in and strikes him out for the first batter he faces this year.
I tell you, Lobster's in a tight pitch here with only 1 out, runner out first and third. That's a deep hit, center field. And that's a home run. Oh my goodness. 3-run homer.
And that's a pinch hit 3-run homer by Brunette. You got to see it there, as this one's going to be grounded over to DP over at third. So wow, and a strange turn of events. Quickly, what was a tie game is now a 3-0 lead for the Mean Machine, who had struggled with the bat all year. And Ahmed finally gets his first hit of the season. Good for him. I believe that's his 13th or 14th at bat. He finally gets his first hit. Congratulations. And this one's going to be up the middle, taken by Caldwell for the third out. So Gators are down 3-0 going to the top of the 8th after that pinch hit 3-run homer by Renette. And Carter Renette is now going to be taken out of the game for a defensive substitution along with Spray Hugh. They have Hugo going in for Hugh, and they're going to make a bunch of different position swaps. So let's see if the ball finds them as Taverna steps in against Harding, who's still out there. And this one's going to be hit over to second base, who can't make the play, so that is one of the substitutions. The ball does find you. That is how baseball is. So we're going to get on with the first hit, and Tanaka's up to bat.
Seems like that second baseman did not get warmed up enough.
Yeah, that's what happens when you go in cold, unfortunately.
Tanaka's staying alive. A swings and a miss for strike number 3. 1 out. A runner on first with DP Turner up to bat.
DP Turner hits this one deep to left center field. It looks like it might have enough. Both fielders are converging, and it is gone. DP with a 2-run homer, 3rd of the year. It barely did get over at 409 feet, but it doesn't matter if it's an inch or a mile. Home run is a home run if it's over the fence, so now we do have a 1-run game as Harding finally is getting taken care of, and Barton comes in, the newly acquired closer for Mean Machine, getting his first licks with the team.
I tell you, DP put in some work there. We
really
all like
did.
a good DP.
As Willie Mays Hayes steps in against Gunther. And Willie Mays hits it to second. He does have the speed to beat it out, but gets thrown out by a step and a half. So they did score 2, and it's now a closer game. It's 3-2 with the Mean Machine leading going to the bottom of the 8th. They're going to see if they can get some insurance runs before they head to the top of the 9th.
Gonna have a grounder right up the middle. Putting a runner on first. Burdock coming up to bat. He's gonna ground it to second baseman, who gets him out at second, but then a bad throw to first moves the runner all the way to second base.
And that error could be costly, as now they have a runner in scoring position with only 1 out. And they have their number 5 batter, Macias. Not sure how you pronounce that. If someone can help me out there. The right fielder with a 2-2 count is going to hit this one up the middle. Hayes is going to make the sliding trap. Throws it home. The runner is going home. And the play at the plate is safe. Wow. And an unfortunate turn of events for the Gators. The error is a costly one, as they now score another run with a steal now, but it's a foul ball.
Mean Machine is pulling away. 4-2 here. Bottom of the 8th. And we have a liner out to center field. Easy catch, and the runner holds at first.
And that's a ground ball to the shortstop for an easy out. And that'll do it for the Mean Machine in the bottom of the 8th. So they do get 1 insurance run to make it a 4-2 ball game, as the Gators are looking to tie the game here at least with the top of the order 2-3-4 heading up. It's going to be Fleming starting things off for the Gators. And Barton is still in to close the game out. And that's some high heat there, 95 miles an hour at the shoulders. Fleming goes down, and that'll bring up Rick Tamlin, the catcher.
Oh yeah, we're down on the wire here. Sewer Gators need to make something happen, and unfortunately, grounds out to second base.
Number 13.
Pedro Serrano. Serrano? I don't even
Serrano.
know.
Serrano.
Serrano. He needs to make something happen here.
Indeed he does. He needs to speak to Joe Boo to get something started for his team down to the final strike. And he takes it for strike 3, and that's going to do it here as the Mean Machine win at home for the first time this season, beating the Sewer Gators by a final score of 4-2. So 4-2 is here's your final score. As you can see, there wasn't a lot going on until the later innings, where there was just one mistake by Lobster, which ended up giving Case the loss because the runners were charged at him. But as you can tell, MVP is definitely going to go to Carter Brunette. The pinch hit 3-run home run in the bottom of the 7th was enough to put the Mean Machine ahead and stay ahead of the Gators. So we do have one more game up. It's the last game of the night. It is going to be the Mud Hens versus the Pecan Sandies, as the gang tries to win another one to make it 2 in a row, versus the Mud Hens, who is coming off a walk-off of the Sewer Gators last night. So stay tuned. We'll be back in just a moment.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last game of the night. Medville Mud Hens versus the Pecan Sandies.
Now batting, the center
The
fielder,
bases will
number 2.
start us off here. Up to bat. Slow grounder, but is able to outrun the throw.
Number 23.
And he's safe at first. Medrano making sure the runner stays tight on the base. Casey at the bat with the grounder to third. And that's a double play for the Pecans.
87.
Sandies. Jimmy Blake is going to pop it up to center field. And it's an easy catch by March for out number 3. Pecan Sandies will come up to bat at the bottom of the first. Brew Douglas to start him off.
Fielder, number 21.
Douglas with a low batting average to start off the season. Hits it to second baseman. Easy throw to first for out number 1. Frank Reynolds doing his little dance up there at bat. And is walked with a check swing. Bringing Charlie Kelly. Trying to make something happen. Grounds the shortstop, and that is another double play. This time by the Mud Hens for out number 3.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 22.
DH Wally Reyna up to bat here. And what a beautiful hit over the second baseman, out to the wall, rounding for second, and is safe standing up. What a hit.
Now batting,
putting a runner in scoring position for the Mud Hens. Diego Cortez up to bat. And Cortez swings and misses for out number 1.
The first baseman, number 46.
And that brings up Annabelle Dennis, the first baseman for the Mud Hens, who have some very unique looking uniforms. It's a ball in the dirt. And it's going to ground ball to Mac, who throws it over to Charlie for out number 2.
Now batting, the catcher, number 13.
They were able to push the runner to third, closer to scoring position. Montoya looking to make something happen here, but is unable to produce. Swing and a miss for out number 3, and into the bottom of the second we go.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 4.
Ortiz is up, shortstop for the Pecan Sandies, takes a strike and then fouls one back. And then strike 3, 97 miles an hour, up at the face. Swings through it for out number 1.
Number 5, third baseman Dennis Reynolds. Swing and a miss for out number 2.
Designated hitter, number 15.
Top Flan, the DH today, stands in and takes ball 1 from Uriel Koch. And Flan hits this one deep. He hits it far. And oh my, does he take Koch deep for this one. All the way 419 feet. Top took Koch deep as far as he can over the fence.
Number 13.
Looks like he made it over the wall by inches.
In this game, that's all you need is a few inches.
The second baseman, number
As Mac steps up. And Mac and Koch go way back, as he used to be a huge fan of Koch before he joined the Mudville Mud Hens. And Mac hits this one deep to right field. It looks like it might have enough off the top. Yes, it is gone. Mac also takes Koch deep all the way over the fence, 393 feet for his first home run of the year. My oh my. The pitcher Koch has been taken deep twice by 2 different people this inning.
I tell you, Koch is just getting beat up tonight.
Hand in hand. It is not fun for Mudville so far, as it is out number 3 from a line drive.
Into the top of the third, Twist Rums up to bat for the first time tonight.
You know, I heard a report that Twist Rums and Uriel Koch have a crazy handshake. But unfortunately won't be able to see it on stream here, as we're just focusing on the game and not what's happening in the dugout. As he strikes out there, but McKay is going to take this one deep to right center. Looks like this one has enough as well. It's going to be just over the wall. I don't know what it is today, but these home runs are just getting over by inches. Maybe it's just the Koch way. But McKay go ahead and take this one deep for 410 feet for his first home run of the year.
center fielder, number 2.
Flying the bases is up. Center fielder for the Mud Hens.
I tell you, the juices are flowing out here tonight.
Indeed they are. As Croissant Medrano gets a full count off the bases and strikes him out on a 75-mile-an-hour curveball.
Number
What a
23.
beautiful pitch.
Indeed. That pitch looked like his name as it was curving like a croissant, and here it is, Casey at the bats. It's a nice liner up the middle for another base hit.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 87.
So up to bat is Jimmy Blake, the hero of last night's game, where he hit a 2-run double to walk it off against against the Sewer Gators.
Out.
And he's going to take ball 4 in the dirt, as that's going to be 2 runners on in a row for the Mud Hens.
Number 22.
Reyna trying to make something happen with 2 runners on. It's a close ball inside, but then swings and misses for strike number 3. And that is 3 outs for the Mud Hens. Only 1 run scored.
The left fielder, number 20.
So up to bat's going to be Brew Douglas versus Uriel Cock here. Douglas gets the swinging strike 3. So Cock with yet another strikeout.
69.
It's going to be a pop-up to right field. Should be an easy catch. And it is for out number 2.
Batting, the first baseman, number 00.
Ground ball to shortstop, Casey at the bat. That's going to be it for the Sandies in the bottom of the 3rd. So still 3-1 game. Sandies leading here going to the top of the 4th.
The third baseman, number 10.
Third baseman, Diego Cortez. He's going to ground it to shortstop for an easy throw to first.
Now batting,
Out number 1.
baseman, number 46.
So Annabelle Dennis is getting her second at bat here. First, Croissant Medrano. And she's going to take this all the way to the wall. It's going to be down for extra bases as it stops at the wall. And Hiker's going to get it in to Mac. That's going to be a double
The catcher,
for Dennis.
number 13.
She has some topspin on that as the ball is just stuck to the wall there.
Indeed.
Jalen Montoya, catcher. Counts 2-1. As she grounds it right up the middle, past the shortstop. Runner's going home and is just safe with a slide.
The left fielder, number
What a hit. Bringing the Mud Hens 2-3. Twist Rums, left fielder, trying to make something happen. Staying alive with 2 strikes. Grounder up the middle. No one can get it. And we advance the runner to second,
right fielder, number 55.
bringing McKay up to bat.
McKay's last at bat, he hit a home run just over the fence. It was a solo shot. And this time he's going to go ahead and strike out, which will bring up flying the bases. The top of the order is coming up now.
Bases is 1 for 2 as he hits a grounder up the middle. Runner's going home and is easily safe.
Number 23.
Yeah,
That's going to tie it up here.
I'm not sure. Those outfielders are playing way too deep for this field. And now at the bat is Casey at the bat, who's going to go and hit this over to Mac. Mac fields it cleanly over to Charlie Kelly for the third out. And that'll do it there for the Mud Hens, but not before this do score 2 runs for a tying game of 3-3. See if the Sandies can come back and answer some of their own.
That ball is barely fair. Is able to hold the runner up at first.
So Dennis is up the bat, and he's going to ground this one softly to the shortstop. They're going to try to turn 2, but because it was hit so softly, they're only going to get 1 at second, so he is there on a fielder's choice. So Top's up to bat. Last time he hit a home run off of Cock. It's a deep shot. He took Cock deep.
Beautiful grounder past the second baseman. Moving the runner. Now first and second. Center fielder Nathan March up to bat. Full count, and Cock not able to put out.
No, he is not indeed. So we do have bases loaded for Mac, who does have a home run already. And Cock throws a wild pitch, or is that going to be a pass? It's going to be a pass ball by the catcher there. And unfortunately, no more bases loaded for Mac, but they do get a run on it as he takes another ball. And that's going to go ahead and get another run in, so the ground ball is productive as they score yet another run, making it 5-3 for the Sandies.
I tell ya, the Sandies are just pounding away at Cock. As Hiker is unable to do anything with that. And strikes out for out number 3.
Now back, the second baseman, number 87.
So up to bat now is Jimmy Blake. Let's see if he can get something started for his team. Unfortunately, he's going to hit it over to Ortiz. Ortiz with a liner over to Charlie Kelly. That's going to be the first out of the inning.
Number 22.
The DH up to bat for the Mud Hens. A full count here. And smacks it to right field. And it's just foul. That would have been a beautiful hit. Possibly 2 bases. But thankfully,
Now batting, the third baseman,
takes a ball low
10.
and walks to first.
That'll bring up Thiago Cortez, the third baseman. And we have a runner. Nope, it's a foul ball. And Cortez goes down on strikes for the second out of the inning.
First baseman, number 46.
See if Annabelle Dennis can make something happen as she hits it to second baseman, and it is safe. She's got some wheels on her. Oh my goodness.
So Tiddly Good comes in now for Croissant. So Tiddly is now facing the catcher Montoya, who's going to hit this one to shallow left center field in the triangle. Left fielder calls everybody off. It is Douglas who catches it for out number 3. So good job coming in and getting the out that they need.
The left fielder, number 21.
Up for the Sandies is Douglas, who smacks it down the center, out to center field, and gets a base out of it.
The catcher, number 60.
Now at the bat, Frank Reynolds. Frank was recently in a production called Dayman, and he played the troll, where he's actually going to hit this one to left center. It's going to be down for a base hit. He does not have the speed, or he's just too lazy to go to second, as we will have runners on first and third. And up to bat will be Charlie Kelly.
Kelly's going to try to widen the lead here. The runner in scoring position. But it's swinging and missing for out number 1. Bringing up Ortiz, the shortstop for the Sandies.
Ground to third. Cortez is going to try to make it 2 so the run doesn't score, and he does. That'll be a 5-4-3 double play for scoring at home in your books. So that was a good pitch to get them out of the inning there and stop any further damage.
Twist Rums, looking to shake it up. Watches strike number 3 go right past him.
Number 55.
And that'll bring in McKay. Again, has homered earlier. Trying to do it again as he swings the ball in the dirt. And it's another foul ball. And this time he misses it for the curveball off of Tiddly. He strikes him out.
Number 2.
Those are some good pitches out there. The bases. A liner to third base for out number 3. A quick top of the 6th. As we slide into the bottom, Dennis Reynolds.
And speaking of sliding into the bottom, it is Dennis, who just recently said stuff about his system where he makes women feel wanted and then leaves them. It's quite the system. If you ever want to learn about it, he has a YouTube video of it.
Definitely have to check that out.
His top flange strikes out.
Number 13.
We should bring up March, the center fielder. March takes ball 1. And then he hits this one deep to center field. Does it have enough? It's just at the base of the wall. Short hops it. He's going to go in for 2. They are going to send the runner home. Blake's relay not in time. So that's going to be another RBI double for the Pecan Sandies. And that'll bring the runs to 6-3 as Koch has been driven out of here. And Emmanuel Moran is back in, or is pitching now. As we get a runner to third, and he's safe.
I tell you, when Koch puts so much work in, it just eventually ends up soft.
You're absolutely right. And they brought in the runners, or the fielders in to stop the runner from going home, but unfortunately, Mac hits it past all of them. So Faye Hiker's up to bat. After that base hit by Mac, another RBI single, making a 7-3 Sandies.
Sandies are surely pulling away as it's a wild throw, advancing the runner to second. Hiker is going to ground it to the third baseman and is thrown out at first, leaving the runner still at second base.
All right, Brew Douglas up to bat, the leadoff hitter for the Sandies. He's going to dribble this one to short. Blake's going to get it on the backhand and throw it over to first for the third and final out of the inning, but not before they do score 2 unanswered runs. So let's see if the Mudville Mud Hens can get something going here.
Sandy's missing a chance to get an easy out there. We have another pop-up, this time to the pitcher, for an easy out number 1.
87.
Jimmy Blake barely getting out of the way in time, and his walk to first base.
And that'll bring up the DH, Reyna. So after the walk, see if they can get something put together, maybe get a couple runs and chip away at the lead. And that'll be a strikeout, so maybe not so much for Reyna, but maybe the next batter, Cortez.
Cortez is going to watch the first pitch go by. Grounds to second, and that's out number 3. Into the 7th inning stretch. See if the Sandies can continue pulling away with the lead.
And Frank is back up and grounds it over to at bat, who throws it over to Dennis for the first out.
See if Charlie 00 Kelly can make something happen here as he grounds it past second baseman and puts himself on first.
So now up to bat's going to be Lachlan Ortiz, the shortstop. He's got quite a bit of pop in his bat. Let's see if he can do something here, which he's going to pop up to short. Calling it is at bat, who is going to take it in for out number 2.
Had a little too much pop there. Dennis Reynolds with just a perfect amount of pop. Right past second baseman. Runner is going to go around third all the way to home. And that is run number 8 for the Sandies. Continuing to pull away from the Mud Hens.
As top Flan grounds this one over to Dennis at first, and that'll be it for the inning. But again, not before they score yet another run, bringing the final, or the current score to 8-3. The Mud Hens down on top of the 8th.
I tell you, the Sandies are certainly pulling away.
Indeed they are. As it is yet another strikeout for the Sandies. Tiddly Good has got 5 strikeouts on the day. But Ortiz tries for this one. And just missed it. Nice effort though.
Seemed like they paused out there for a second to discuss some things before dealing with that ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there.
So yeah, it's going to be another grounder right up the middle. So, that puts the Mud Hens with a runner on first and second. Pinch hitter coming up, Chris Huff. Ground on first baseman, turning a double play. And that's it for the Mud Hens in the top of the 8th.
Wow.
Sandies will continue to try to pull away.
What a play by Charlie Kelly. Diving, getting up, and then throwing over to second, and then coming back to first to cover. What an amazing play by someone who's so illiterate.
You don't need a read to be able to play baseball.
I suppose so, as Max steps in here for the 4th time today. And Mac hits this one over to first. It's going to be a diving play. Knocks it down and up over to the pitcher Moran covering for the second out of the inning.
B. Hiker is going to ground as a shortstop. EC's out at first, and that's out number 3. Into the top of the 9th we go. And Booth, I have a little joke for you.
Let me hear.
What's the difference between an enzyme and a hormone?
Couldn't tell you.
Well, you can't hear an enzyme.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 23.
Out number 1 for the Mudville Hens. As Casey at the bat hits this all the way to the wall. For a double.
I'll let you sit on that one. Mud Hens looking to make something happen here as they have a runner in scoring position.
Jimmy Blake with the line drive to third. Dennis Reynolds with the diving play. And now they are down to their final out. Oh, I get it now. Serena swings and misses. And swings and misses again. Down to the final strike. Reina looking to do something as just staying alive with the foul ball there. Hits this one deep, but foul as it just, almost had the distance. I thought it did there. It's 3 foul balls in a row. So Reina's really fighting. Takes one outside.
And Reina needs to fight.
And Reina's going to ground this one over to Dennis. Dennis is going to throw it to Charlie. And that'll be out number 3. So the Pecan Sandies are your victors today for the final game of the stream. That one was entertaining to watch.
A fun night.
Indeed, it was a very fun night. We saw quite a bit of interesting games. We had a couple close ones, a couple blowouts. And your MVP for the game tonight is going to be Ronald McDonald, aka Mac. He went 2 for 4 with a home run and 4 RBIs with a run. And that will do it for us. So, little 2x4, you got any closing statements?
No, it was a fun night. Mac Attack bringing it in to give us a very entertaining last game. And y'all can just take that joke and think about it on the way home.
I guess you can. Alright, well, for everyone here that's still here, appreciate. Let me do the predictions. See, get rid of that. Appreciate everybody coming in, tuning in, joining, watching. And we will stream again. I'm thinking Tuesday, the 27th, will be the next stream most likely. And we're trying to I might try to do 3 streams next week to try to get some of these games going. We can move along in this season because I have some big stuff coming hopefully soon. Tomorrow there will be an announcement for 3 big things, and then hopefully later in the week I can announce another thing, and we will get things moving along here in the league. Because this draft, I feel like, is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of teams are going to have a lot of fun here towards the end with some transaction moves to put towards playoffs. And, yeah. I'm having a blast. I know Yakin and Little 2x4 are having a blast announcing the games. Hopefully you guys are having fun watching them as we are announcing them. So head on over to the Discord and tell me what you think of the streams, how we can improve. Any feedback is always welcome, good or bad. And we'll go ahead and end it here, and appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.